stream. Got to make sure that we'll see if we go live. Oh, it might come out of other speakers up here. I'm going to have to mute it up over on this side. Okay, that's if we go live. Yep, there we go. That's muted.
Yeah.
It's just you and me in a square, right?
That's it, Dave. Just you and me in a square.
Well, like I said, with this Zoom, I had to do it differently. Thanks, everyone, for coming. It's a very serious night. It's very serious, actually.
Oh, yes. Aniki, good to see you. Ghost Mafia, good to see you. Good to see all of you out there.
Thanks.
Carlos Martinez Reborn, how you doing?
Yep, thanks for coming. Can you hear us okay? Is sound all right and everything?
We got 50 people watching right now, Dave.
We got a lot to cover, guys, and we didn't want to have to do this stream. We're not trying to keep this situation going, but with what's happened, we had to do this stream. I just want everyone to know this stream has to be done. We're not, believe me, it's the last thing we wanted to do tonight.
That's right. Dave and me don't like bringing this up because people are getting tired of hearing it. But tonight, there's some information that
you have to hear.
Okay? You got to hear this.
You have to hear it, and we want you to share it out with as many people as possible because we're only doing this once.
Yep.
Only once. And get my camera kind of on me here.
I would like to say hi to Eddie and Jen, and Condi, J Mac Oregon, I Am Wrath, Edwin Sherman, Animated Adventures, Missy Broth. Good to see all of you.
And I'm going to be honest, it's a good chance we'll miss a lot of comments in the chat. We're not planning on doing a 9-hour stream here. This is not going to be...
We're going to try to make this as limited as we can. We're hoping to get it done within an hour, maybe even less.
So, yeah, all I can say is please share this out so that we can reach as many people with this message as possible.
Yeah, most definitely. Please share it out.
It's important. It is important. We've had some things that have happened over the weekend.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are starting to talk. A lot of people
Not
good, no. And a lot of, some good, some bad. I mean, people are very confused right now.
Exactly. So we're going to set the record straight.
We're going to tell you what go ahead.
I was going to say, we're going to set the record straight and hopefully answer all your questions while we do this live stream. Please keep sharing this out. We got 72 in the chat right now. If we can get over 100, that would be even better. The more people that know about this, okay, the better. And that's where you all come in, where you share this out. Please share this out tomorrow, whatever, the next day. Let people know what the heck is going on here.
Right. Thank you, Alex Radford, for being here. He says even though his power's out, he's here.
Alex, always good to see you, buddy.
And this is absolutely dead serious kind of live stream. There's no comedy here tonight at the Wacky.
No.
This is 100% serious. Thank you, Seamstress. Shared it on Twitter. Thank you. I know it's late. You know, we were considering doing this tomorrow, but we just decided it couldn't wait. It just couldn't wait. Thank you, Hannah, for being here. J-Mac. Well, J-Mac, he says any special mod rules. There's a chance that there's going to be some certain channels that may come in tonight that we're going to have to leave alone for this particular live stream. It'll all make sense.
Megan, good to see you, girl. 3 purple hearts to you.
Yep. Thanks for coming, Megan.
Amazon Jam, good to see you out there.
Thank you for Fire Chick 59 just tweeted out. Thank you. And again, this is not the kind of stream that we wanted to do.
No. And frankly, I'm so tired of talking. Can I say the F word?
Fuck, yeah, of course,
okay.
Ben.
All right.
There's no rules,
okay. That's one of my favorite words, so for those that don't like it, I apologize, but it gets my point across, all right?
Yeah.
Frankly, I'm fucking getting tired of talking about this subject, about the Swatter. I'm tired of talking about it, and people are getting upset. They're starting to think things that they shouldn't be thinking. people are thinking that we're faking this. Okay, we've said it so many times. Why would we fake something like this, right? It's fucked up our lives. Literally, okay? It's fucked up our lives for the last 4 months. But something happened over the weekend that Dave will start out sharing, and we'll just keep adding to what has happened. That's up until 2 hours ago, matter of
Right.
fact,
Right.
2 hours ago.
That's why this is so important, because there's literally, when I titled this stream "Extremely Urgent Swatter Update," that's real. This is something brand new. It's new territory that we are actually struggling to deal with. So let me just kind of take you back in time. What's going on? What happened?
Yeah, because right now we're put in an awkward position.
Very
So
awkward.
hopefully we can get some help from you out there as well. And we'll explain to you in a little bit what that's all about. But go ahead, Dave. Jeez.
Yes. Okay. So here's kind of where we're at right now tonight. Well, this morning, Monday morning, I guess it would be.
Yeah.
Now, everyone in the community knows that we've been getting constant police calls, constant, non-stop, every stream, every stream. I've gotten it a lot worse even than Cab.
That's true. Yeah.
Everyone knows this,
Yeah.
and it's been very hard to function. You want to talk about post-traumatic stress disorder? I myself denied that, and I realized that I myself have suffered from that, and I'm still suffering from that. But let me get you up to where we are right now, why we're doing this stream. So, and I'm just going to throw this in before I explain the story. That's why it has been extremely hurtful when we've seen other streams about this that downplaying it, making out like it's funny and it's all fake and all this stuff. It's extremely hurtful. A lot of those nights, I was sending screenshots to my local sheriff's office and things like that, and I would wake up to someone doing a stream like that. Very hurtful. So here's how we got to today. Friday night, I was doing a stream. I decided, I was encouraged by my friends Friday night to get back, to take my life back, basically. If the police were going to be called, they're going to be called, and you're just going to have to motor through it and be who you are and do what you want to do. I got a lot of encouragement. I didn't stream all last week. If you remember, I did a message of what was going on Monday. I didn't stream until Friday. Friday night, the police were called, as always. I hate to say that's become my new reality, the new norm. And the police were called during the stream. And then I just kept going. Then something strange happened, and this is going to lead up to tonight. The person claiming to be the Swatter. Now, keep in mind, we still do not know the true identity of the Swatter. We don't know the identity. The true Swatter, we don't know. That's up to law enforcement to track down. They said they're going to stop. They're going to stop. They've had a change of heart.
Yep.
They put us through hell. They can't live with themselves anymore, that kind of thing. And that the police calls were, in fact, going to stop. Over the weekend, this actually seems to have been what happened. But there's been a development with this. It's not like they just came in the chat and they said, hey, we're going to stop these calls. We're not going to harass you anymore. And then they left and they went away. In actuality, what they've been doing is coming in our streams, all of our streams, everywhere, under the names they claim to be the Swatters. And they're going into streams. Now, the calls they're claiming are stopping. Yes, they did stop over the weekend. But now people think in the community that we're acceptant of this, that we're almost endorsing what's been done by kind of talking a little bit about forgiveness and that type of thing. So now messages are starting to come in to me, to Cab, about what the hell is going on. This is a person from our subscribers, from you guys. And to be honest, even we don't know exactly what the hell is going on. It's sort of like this. There's like a truce going on, supposedly, with this Swatter person, which we're encouraging. Of course, we want this to stop. But now it's gone beyond that to where they're coming into streams, saying hello, being nice, and we're in a kind of a quandary here. So leading up to today, that's why we're doing this stream. So the update is, to start with, to get this thing going, they've claimed they're going to stop doing this. They've claimed they've gotten rid of their electronic voice boxes. They've claimed that they want forgiveness, which is great. I mean, I'm all for that.
Forgiveness, no
We
doubt
are.
about it.
We are. But we're now left with this person in these channels coming into our streams, D-Live streams, following people, talking to people as if nothing really happened.
Exactly.
Um,
I've got some messages that are public that I'm going to read to you from the supposed Swatter.
right. You need to hear these people. You need to
Right.
hear this.
I want to show it to you all out there, my phone. Now, hopefully you'll be able to see this. Okay, that says State Police. Okay, this is for the last 30 days. These are all the calls I've gotten from the State Police the last 30 days. Look at all those calls during my live streams or while I was up on someone else's live streams. I was getting all these calls from my State Police for the last 30 days. I've been going through this for 4 months. So if you can imagine, add up all those phone calls in 4 months' time, let's say 20 times 4, right? That's a lot of damn phone calls. And so after a period of time, you become almost calloused toward that. And you develop a certain anger within yourself toward this person who's doing this. Now, I don't know if any of you realize what that's like to get calls from your local police station almost every single day. After a period of time, you're going to get pissed off. You're going to get frustrated. And they're frustrated as much as we are because they have no idea. At least my police department hasn't figured out who it is because of all the calls are electronic except one. So this is extremely real. And until you put your feet in our shoes, you will never, ever know what it's like and what we've been through. So we're sharing our feelings tonight, and we're sharing some stuff that we got. I'm going to be sharing some messages that were put out there publicly. Okay. Now, what are the names of the channel, Dave? Botter is one of them.
Yes, and it's Botter Man, and the other one is Paracloven 123.
Paracloven. I think there's another one that's Botter right behind you, or Botter right behind you, something. I can't remember exactly what that. It's not in front of me, so I can't remember exactly what that channel is, but it's all the same person.
And I just want everyone to know that's not what this stream is about, to rehash what we've been through. I'm up to over 50 police calls, over 50, numerous death threats against myself, my family. I've got plenty of videos out about it, and it's been very hard. I sat around Monday thinking I was going to be killed. I was in hangouts with people because I couldn't sleep. This is very serious, and now we're all about the forgiveness. Yes, okay, and we're encouraging this person.
There it is, right there.
What?
Botter Man is right behind you. Thank you, Alex Radford. That's the other channel.
Thank you, Hannah. Thank you. So we're gonna move forward with this live stream with new information that we need everyone to hear. We're not here to rehash what we've been going through. I'm gonna let Ben talk again about his conversation with the Swatter person. But the first thing you need to know, what's changed in the dynamic, is the person claims they're done doing this. They're turning over a new leaf. They're not going to do it. That's the first new revelation. We've done several live streams over the weekend. That truce seems to have been held true. Right. So That I can vouch for so far. But just keep listening. We'll explain. We'll lay everything out for you here where we're at. Keep sharing this out, people. This is important. It affects a lot of people.
It does.
And we've ended up being the voice for people that don't have a voice, and that's what a tough spot to be in. Many of our friends have been swatted, many of them. And
Matter of fact, can you name off just a few of them there, Dave?
yeah, I can name a few, and these are people I can't speak for.
Right.
Lulu Love You, swatted on my panel. Life with Laura Michael, swatted on Cab7s. Gill Skills, swatted twice. Mama Rambling, swatted while her children were home. Ghost Mafia, our brother, swatted on Cab7's panel. Captain Jerk, swatted on my panel, had to go down and be patted down by the police. Two Family Homestead, Iron Dog 63, Picker Rick 1, Coastal, just to name a few. These are voices that we are unable to speak for, what they're feeling. We only know what we're feeling. That's just to name a few. Ben's going to tell you his conversation with the swatter here.
Now, this is public. I wish actually that the swatter was here right now. I wish Swatter was here. I don't know if he might be lurking. I have no idea, but I wish he was here because we'd like to be able to see what he feels about what we're going to share tonight.
Right.
So here's how this played out one day ago. Botter.
Wait, can I say one thing just before you start?
Sure.
I just want to explain. On my end over the weekend, I've simply, when he's come into my streams, acknowledged the swatter. Hello. You know, I haven't done any streams saying the whole community has to forgive this person or anything like that. I've simply said peace and healing. Ben did do a stream last night that got a little bit prayers involved and things such as that. And I think people got the wrong idea.
Right.
I just wanted to sort of lay the groundwork for that.
Okay.
I know he was on your D-Live, Megan. Again, I'm sorry for not acknowledging your comments. We have so much information to get out.
Okay, the conversation started out a day ago. This is what the botter shared with me. Matter of fact, I'm going to share this because these are all public. These are all public on my live stream. So let's see, share. Okay, right here. Hold on a second. Let me bring it back.
Yep.
Oh. Okay, right here is the botter. And he starts out by saying, I will be a supporter of you. I'm done trying to bring others down. So I say to him, amen to that. Like I said a few times on my streams, I have faith in you that one day you would change. I was the only person saying that, and I do hope that you will continue to stand your ground of simply being a good person and making that positive change. Remember, tomorrow's not promised. This is your opportunity. God bless you and yours, botter. Now, I've always believed in people changing. I don't care if you're an alcoholic. I don't care a drug addict. I don't care if you just came out of prison. I give people a benefit of the doubt, whoever you might be. That's just the way I am, and I realize not everyone is like me, okay? But that's me. So allow me to be the way I am, all right, for all of you out there? Now, he comes back and he says, hold on a second. It's not allowing me to read more. Okay. Well, anyhow, he says, God bless you too. I have been a Christian for almost 4 years. I was saved and I pray for myself every day. God has helped me make a positive change. That's what I've been thinking the past week of no live streams from both of you. So he realizes that Green Bay Wacky and me were not doing live streams because of this stuff that's going on. I know I may have done some calls yesterday, but promise you this, that will be the last call. I was really thinking about stopping this and finally decided to stop today. I don't want to bring this upon you or Green Bay Wacky continually. I just want you both to continue this positive journey of making others happy. So I come back to him and I say, that's a good feeling to know that you're a Christian. Keep the faith, more so on in the toughest of times in life. Even if the calls continue, I will carry on to simply put out my positive message to those who need it. At the end of the day, I know I can rest my head on my pillow and without regret. Thank you for sharing, Botter. God bless you and yours. And then he comes back and says, Cab7, I want to make a difference in my life. I am sincere when I say this. And then we continue to go on. And this is just from a few hours ago. Boy, I get a lot of comments from people. My goodness. Okay, 8 hours ago, he wrote, now this is after I did my live stream earlier last night. Enjoyed this, made me laugh a lot when you did the pudding, Reese's, and Cool Whip uh, contraption. LOL. Much love, respect, and positivity. Um, and I say, Botter, I need to share with you what's on my heart. Now, I said this 5 hours ago. I have noticed that you have been getting around to many live streams that I have never seen you in before, being kind to everyone. That's fine. But I want you to know that even though I have forgiven you, it does not mean you are off the hook for all the things that you have done to so many families, to include what you have done to me and my family over the last 4 months. I hope you understand that. If anyone comes up with proof that you are the swatter and they can confirm that you are making all the calls, you know that you're obligated to serve time for those crimes. I have an open case with the FBI, as you know, and so does Green Bay Wacky. Those cases will not be closed until the swatter is brought to justice. I'm simply making myself clear, okay? The best thing I can offer is that you turn yourself in. You know that is the right thing to do, right? If you turn yourself in, it could mean less of a prison sentence for you. I hope you can appreciate where I'm coming from. As a follower of Christ, I ask if you could consider this okay. Now, when I say the Christian, he claimed to be a Christian of almost 4 years. So Botter comes back and 5 hours ago and he says, Cab7, I understood that from the very beginning that I wouldn't be off the hook. I knew the damage was already done. I was just trying to make up with you. I wasn't really thinking about the FBI when I asked you for forgiveness. All I wanted is to make peace and stop making the calls because I decided it was too much and I just wanted to start supporting you in Green Bay Wacky. That's all. I really have. I don't think I can turn myself in, but I understand where you're coming from. So then I replied, thank you for understanding what came from my heart. I will not pressure you to turn yourself in. One time was said enough for me to get my point across. Don't ever think I will give up in believing that one day you will do the right thing. For all those involved, you continuously are in my prayers. Please don't ever forget that. And then the last two comments, 4 hours ago, he wrote, I do hope until there is any proof sent to you or Green Bay Wacky, I can participate in your chats. So, in other words, Botter would like to continue to be in our chats, and he's asking permission. And then 3 hours ago, he said, Cab7, hopefully I can participate in more of your live streams. And so those are all public messages from the Botter. So I find myself in a very awkward position because I've had friends. Now, I will not uh, share the names of the people that have emailed me. That is very private and how they feel about this. Okay. Um,
And I want to
so
just clarify something for people in the chat. We do not know for sure this is the real swatter. We
that's
can
correct.
only simply say what the swatter claimed, that the phone calls were going to stop, has in fact happened so far over the entire
They have
weekend.
stopped. Yes.
It somewhere changed Friday night. I did have the cops called on my stream for the 51st time, I think it was. And after that, the change of heart, now no calls over the weekend, leading us up to right now. But a lot of visits to a lot of streams by Botterman saying nice things, which is, I'm not saying that that's bad, but it's very disturbing to a lot of people, myself included. I'm not over this. I can forgive, but I'm not on the happy wheel right now. Like, I'm not.
This is something Botter even explained himself. He said he realizes this is something that I'll never forget, and that's very true. Um, and I do believe people can change, but I find this very amazing that before my eyes, a person who was going after me and all my friends would simply change their life around like that and go into chat rooms and talk as if nothing happened. Saying hello to this person, hello to that person, hello to that one, like nothing happened. But all of you know what's going on with Green Bay Wacky Me, that it's extremely real. And how could a person go from true hate to this love? I mean, I suppose it could happen, right? I suppose it could happen, but it's kind of rare. Now,
We're left with,
if he's actually changing his life around, hey, more power to him. And
right.
I would hope that he's doing that. Green Bay would hope that he's doing that. But once again, it does not change the fact that he created a lot of crimes and he has to pay for them. He has to.
And you have to understand, too, a lot of people have come to us as if somehow we have been trying to catch this Swatter. All we can do is forward evidence to our authorities, the FBI, right, the local authorities. That's all we can do. On our end, we've been taking the calls and the death threats and the just everything. But people have come to us as if some way, and people have even done streams like, it's so simple to catch these people. All you have to do is do this, that, and the other. It's not. It's not. It's not.
Brian Westbrook, I'm not a clinician, so I wouldn't be able to say what you just shared out there. You might be right, or you may be wrong. I'm not going to put that out there. Dakota family, just because someone doesn't make it right, a little justice needs to be done to reinforce the change of heart at Green Bay Wacky and Cab7. And you're right, J-Mac, I think many streamers, although know of the swatting, may not know the names associated with it. That's correct. And so, Dave, can you say those names once again that the botter is going by?
Now, keep in mind, this is who claims to be the swatter. The only evidence that we have of that is that the calls, in fact, have completely stopped. Right. They've been visiting multiple streams under the name Botterman. That seems to be the name.
Excuse me, the Botter.
Well, right? We have...
no, just Botter.
There is Botter.
Right.
There's Botterman and Paracloven 123.
But lately he's been using Botter.
Yeah, he seems to favor Botterman. That seems to be the name that he's been visiting all the D-Live streams with.
Okay. All right.
That seems to be the name that he's arrived at.
Yes, we've turned it into the FBI, David Smock, a long time ago. Yep.
Again, we are all about forgiveness. We hope this is the end of it. The point we're trying to make on our end of the spectrum is we're not, number one, saying this is forgotten, don't worry about it, no big deal.
Not.
This is not swept under the rug.
No.
The effects of this, what's happened in this community, are beyond belief. Not just me, not just my brother Cab, men, women, children, like a wrecking ball through the community, like a tornado. And we started off this weekend when Botterman was coming in our streams. We wanted to keep the peace. We care about the community. And so a lot of people are thinking, well, I can't believe this. All this has happened, and you're accepting of this person. You're almost praising them.
Thank you, Megan. Megan's put out the names that he's called. These are the three names that he goes by. Listen, uh, Botterman asked for forgiveness. I gave him forgiveness, and I did that last night on my live stream, and I mean that. That comes from my heart. Uh, but he's not excused of the crimes that he's committed. And you are right. There is a chance that Botter could come back and start the calls again and start doing all that stuff that he was used to doing. There is that possibility.
There
But
is.
I am going by what he said in his comments to me, that he's done doing this. So I'm putting some faith into Botter. And if you're out there listening right now, you said you would stop, that you were done with this, that you put Dave and me through a lot, and you don't want to do this anymore. So I'm putting faith in you that you're going to stop.
Myself also.
Exactly. But as a Christian, as you said that you're a Christian of almost 4 years, hey, amen to that, amen to that. But as a Christian, listen, you know what the right thing to do is as a Christian, or even if you weren't a Christian, just a person, a human being. You know that what you did was wrong, and you know that the only right thing to do is turn yourself in. You're going to have to pay for it, but it was something that you thought of. It was a choice that you made. You cannot get out of what has happened. You went way over. You went way over. And so, you know as well as I do, and all the people in this community that you have affected, that the right thing to do is say, hey, you know what, Cab, you know what, Green Bay Wacky, I'm going to turn myself in. You need to do that. All right? You need to do that. I'm going
And
to keep praying for you. Even if you do turn yourself in, I will still pray for you while you're in prison. I will continue to pray for you.
and yeah, Megan is right. Terrible things said against my daughter. Terrible
Yeah?
sexual things
Yeah.
of the most vile nature to many people as well.
That's right.
And I hope the bottom man understands where we're coming from. We're not, you know this. You know that what we're saying is true. And what we're left with right now, here's the biggest thing. Why are we doing this live stream? Why are we even here? Why are we telling you all this? It's because we're left with a dilemma right now. And the dilemma is, first of all, we don't know if the Swatter will ever get caught. That's
Right.
up to the FBI and the local law enforcement. So it's possible the Swatter, if it is you, Botterman, can go on and rebuild your life. Maybe you will never get caught. It is possible. That's
Right.
not up to me. That's between God and the law enforcement. But none of the investigations are stopping. We can't stop them. They're in motion. You've brought this on yourself, so you've got the law after you, and that's just the way it is.
I would like to say again, and Dave and me are on the same page, as well as several other people in our community that we talk to on a regular basis. We have a feeling, all right? And that's as far as we can go. We have a feeling that we know who it is. We really do, because too many things have been, the light has been shed on. I mean, it's not coincidental anymore. The person has given themselves away many a times, and they're not coincidental anymore. It just so happens certain things keep going on, and it's like, wow, ain't that something? So we have a good feeling. We know who it is. We're not going to share our thoughts out with any of you out there. And if it is who we think it is, it would not surprise me. It would not surprise me whatsoever. But we have a good feeling. We know who it is.
The biggest thing we're left with right now, we ourselves have been confused over the weekend. You have to understand something. It's like being waterboarded. We used that example before
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
months on end, over and over and over and over. And all of a sudden, it stops. And the person says, I'm going to stop. We ourselves haven't really known what to do. We had to talk. We had to privately, not on camera, like, okay, this is nuts. This is a wrecking ball tornado coming through the community, and these channels are coming in and upsetting everyone, myself included. Believe me, if you think that just because someone says, I'm not going to do this to you anymore, and they come into my chat and say, much love, much respect, then I'm like, wow, this is great. Kumbaya, my lord. No, not even close.
I would like to say to those people who do not believe us, to those people that, we thought we were friends. Dave thought they were friends with these people. I thought I was friends with these people. For those that have turned on us and thrown us under the bus and started manipulating this story and saying, this ain't true. They haven't caught the Swatter. Well, guess what? People don't get caught just overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day. Sometimes it takes years to catch a criminal. So please keep that in mind. It doesn't happen within your time, all right? It doesn't happen that quick. It would be nice if it did. But for the people that have thrown us under the bus, for the people that have been manipulating stories about us, I would never wish for this to happen to you and with your family. But what we went through, we do know it's the truth. We know what happened in our own lives, and that's between us and God. Whether any of you out there believe what we've been through, we know, and God knows. Not only that, some people seem to think that we're doing this for views, that we're doing this for money. Neither one. Neither one. I don't need money for this. I don't need views for this. I don't. Whoever shows up ends up showing up. If you believe me, thank you for being on my side. Thank you for being on Green Bay Wacky's side. Trust me, if there were any of you out there and you were experiencing this, you would hope to think that you would have your community support you. But you find out who your true friends are out in the community, okay? And you'll find out who the people are that are going to throw you under the bus. And trust me, I'm very disheartened by some of the people that have thrown us under the bus. Fuck you, all right? Fuck you. You were never a friend to begin with. And that comes from my heart.
And by the way, Kathy from Texas, if you knew how much time we have spent gathering information, screenshots, texts, all that, and forwarding it to the FBI and the sheriffs. I've had nights where I've sat for 5 hours. 5 hours. Screenshot, into a folder that gets emailed over to the authorities. Back and forth all the time. But again, that's not what this is about. What this is about, I do want this to end. I'm praying that this person's sincere. But what we're left with now, what do we do with this person that's remorseful? And I understand that. They should be. They've wrecked lots of lives. Botterman, you can't deny that you should feel remorseful. But we can't, from here forward, I'm just going to say it like it is, and I'm going to risk bringing this all back on myself. You cannot come to our chats under those names. You cannot come in as the Swatter. You cannot come in as Botterman. You're going to have to get blocked.
And that's true, because it does affect our subscribers.
It affects me. It affects the people in the chat.
Yeah.
I can't keep you from making a brand new channel with a brand new name to come and enjoy our entertainment under some other person that we don't know anything about. But I'm just saying it like it is, at the risk of bringing this all back. I cannot live my life being intimidated where you come in the chat and everyone's on eggshells. Well, we better be nice to Botterman. If we're not, he's going to start swatting us again. That's not fair, especially because you say you want this to end. You've got to understand our position. We want you to change. I can forgive you. I'm a Christian. But you still have all the cases that are open, the investigations against you, and that's on you. Those are in motion, and they're not stopping. We're not calling our local law enforcement, hey, guess what? The swatting, the guy promised he wouldn't do it again. You can just cancel all those investigations. That's not going to happen. It's not. Everything is still going forward. It has to. You have to understand that. And I realize you might not be lurking right now. You might be sleeping. You might watch the replay of this. I have no doubts you will. I'm hoping and praying you will. Because of all people, this information has to get to Botterman.
I want to thank everyone out in the chat right now. Several of you have said that you've got our backs, that you are on our side. Thank you. Thank you. I realize there's a couple people out there that I see right now. I won't mention names, that are people that are part of the problem. People that hate my guts. You're out in the chat right now, and I see you. All right? You're a part of the problem. You know, it's bad enough that Dave and I have been going through what we've been going through for the last 4 months, but I don't need your bullshit on the side and manipulating stories, okay? I don't need it. You know who you are. There's a couple of you out right in the chat right now. So you take your bullshit and you go someplace else. You know, better off, why don't you just get the fuck off of YouTube, okay? We don't need your shit. You are a shit stir and you know it. And you're here for a train wreck and you're here for entertainment. You get a kick out of it. So for those couple people that are out there right now, like I said, you know who you are because you hate on me every chance you can get. Fuck you.
And, you know, I've said this a million times. You know, I embraced the trolls. I unblocked everyone originally. I said, come on into the Wacky chat. I won't knock you down. And I got turned on. I mean, I tried to show love. But what I'm getting at, you cannot be allowed to come in. Now, I can't speak for other channels. I can't speak for the whole DLive community. I can't speak for the whole YouTube community. I can't tell everyone, hey, you need to block Botterman, and if you don't, you know, I can only speak for me, and I think I can speak for my brother Cab7 because I think we're on the same page. Yeah. From here forward, we have to block these channels. It's too upsetting. You can't come in like a rock star when you've done this. You have to understand that, Botterman. You got to know where we're coming from. You can't come in and upset everyone because it is upsetting. Yes, we want to forgive. Yes, we want it to go away and stop. But we can't just say, hey, you threatened to kill me and chop my wife up into little pieces and rape my daughter and do vile things to people out in the chat. But it's okay. Come on in under your Swatter name and we'll sing Kumbaya, my lord. It's not gonna, we can't do that. We did it a little this weekend because we wanted to keep the peace. And we are encouraging you to stay on this path of don't do this anymore.
Lawler, we're talking about the Swatter right now.
We have never found the true identity of the Swatter. We'll say that again. If you're getting here late, let me recap what's going on.
Right.
We don't like doing streams like this. We're not trying to keep this going. The new development, for anyone who got here late, it started on Friday. I did a live stream. I decided I'm going back to live stream whether the Swatter person calls the cops on me or not. And by the way, well, I'm going to explain this, and I'm going to just say something. Friday, I had the cops called on that stream, but then somewhere midstream, the person claiming to be the Swatter came in, and I believe that night it was under the Paracloven, 123. They said they've had a change of heart. The calls are going to stop. Go ahead and live stream all you want. I promise I'm not going to do it. And that started Friday night after I left my YouTube stream. I immediately did a DLive stream. Paracloven came in and said, you see, I told you I'm not calling the police anymore. All weekend long, we've live streamed. Now, we do believe he's serious. Don't get me wrong. What we've seen so far, it seems legit. But where we're at right now, Monday morning, is we're left with, wait a minute. We cannot let these channels come in. We can't let these Botterman channels, you can't come in as the Swatter saying hi, much love, all that. It's too upsetting to everyone. There are people that are genuinely suffering. So what we're saying is that we're going to be blocking those channels, and I know we're going to risk making you upset. Well, I want to say this for everyone in the stream also. I see a lot of people, why does YouTube allow this? Why does YouTube allow this? I'm putting this in YouTube's corner. YouTube has nothing to do with this in the sense that all YouTube can control are troll fake channels on YouTube. Once you're live, what do? We tweet ourselves out, share us on Facebook. That's out of YouTube's hands. When you're live, if you have a hater that wants to do a phony SWAT call, you're live and they can do it. So I'm going to put this in YouTube's corner. They can't control that. Don't be mad at YouTube. Don't be mad at DLive. Don't be mad at, those social media platforms because you have the police called on you. They can't control that. It's not possible. It's not even fair to put that on them. So I just want to say, remember that.
Thank you, Blue Tea Idaho, once again, for all those people out there that are saying in the chat that you're supporting both Green Bay Wacky and me in all of this that we're going through. Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, Donna Hill, you can report accounts. It doesn't mean they'll be deleted. And remember, you have to have reasons for reporting them. We're in a quandary right now. We want to believe for the best, but we're still preparing for the worst. We don't know 5 days from now what the calls start up again. We don't know.
J Mac Oregon said, seems to be Google is what they used to search us out, and Google owns YouTube. So I disagree, Green Bay.
Okay, J Mac, I'll put that in your corner that maybe they could control how these people get your information. Okay, I'll put that in your corner, J Mac. I'm just simply saying, once you are in fact live, if they have found out who you are, okay, I'll kind of set the parameter. If they find out who you are and you go live, it could happen to you. At that point, I can't blame YouTube. That's just me.
I want to say hello to Commander Vlogs. Good to see you out there. Hey, I understand. Life gets you busy, right? And sometimes it might be weeks or months before we see each other, but it's so good to see you this morning. Nero Trigger says, I hope this is over. Nero, we don't know how long it's going to take, man, but I'll tell you what. I'm burnt out. I'm burnt out over this bullshit, right? We don't deserve it. And anyone else that's been swatted or getting these wellness checks, no one deserves it. No one. And it's going to take more than a lifetime for this botter to even consider paying back any of these people, how they stole joy from people's lives. And they've certainly done that with me in Green Bay. He has stolen joy from our lives. There have been many times that I could have done live streams, but I didn't because either I was too scared or I was too pissed off or I was depressed. We call it the silence, right? It's the silence, things that you guys don't see behind the scenes. Sometimes we did live streams scared to death, depressed as all hell, but we did what we wanted to do to lift all of you up out there. Now, we're not trying to look for, congratulations or thank you so much for doing that. We're not looking for that, all right?
No.
But our passion is so important that we want to continue to do what we do. And I think we've done pretty freaking good considering all that's happened, all right? And we will continue to do what we do for all of you out there. That is our passion. We do care about people, and there's no doubt about that.
And you want to know something for the people that said that we were doing this for views and money?
That pisses me off.
Do you know how much money I have lost because of this? This is money that I have my wife that works. Do you know how much money? Forget the psychological thing. For the people that say this was for views and money, I have lost so much money. You want to see something? It's in the other room. It's not here. No, it is here. See this phone? This phone. Do you know what's due in 2 days? Another $100 bill. You know why I got this phone? The people that were in my live stream, so I could go mobile to escape the Swatter's calls. This is $100 a month. $100 a month. Just for this phone.
You know, I shared.
Do you know my live? Remember Cab? I looked at Cab's live streams. He used to do like 40, 50 a month.
Yeah.
And we went through his thing, and it was like 19.
Yeah, it's really sad. I've really had cut back on my streams, you know, what I enjoy doing. And some people have noticed me. Wow, Cab, what's going on with you, man? You look so depressed. You look like you're worn out. What's going on in your life? And to a lot of people, I just kept silent. I didn't want to share it.
Yeah.
You know, I would have never guessed 6 years ago when I came to YouTube that one day I would have to buy a firearm to protect myself. Now we've got a firearm in our house and we're learning how to use it. We've got friends that are teaching us how to use it at the gun range. I would have never guessed that I would ever have to defend myself with a weapon, and especially from social media. Who would have ever guessed that? Maybe a neighbor, but social media? Are you kidding me? It's gotten to that point. It's gotten to that point.
The 10th was the worst day for me ever.
Thank you, Gomez Adams. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me. Thank you, Gomez. Thank you.
I was told in the chats and in my text numerous times, I'm going to kill you on the 10th.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you to heaven.
I remember that.
I sat around my house sweating all day long.
He was scared shitless.
My friends that talked to me privately in the Hangouts, I was scared shitless.
Yep.
I don't mind. I'm fine. If that makes you feel good, Swatter, man, I'll give you a moment of weakness. And guess what happens at 8 o'clock at night on the day that I'm supposed to be killed? I get a phone number from a call. Guess what the number was? 666-999-7777. That was a message. I didn't forget about what I told you. That was the sign of the devil upside down, and the number 7 for God's perfection. That was the longest day of my life.
I remember that.
Yes, you did, Megan. You were with me most of the day.
So
we're not trying to turn this live stream back into rehashing what we've gone through. Oh. It's about the new series of events.
But, you know, I've said this before when Lulu Love You was given the wellness check up in Canada. And trust me, this can reach anywhere in the world. This Swatter can reach any parts of the world that he wants to, okay? But the day that happened with my best friend, Lulu Love You, I threw my hands up in the air. I couldn't be there. I couldn't be there I couldn't embrace her. I couldn't hold her and tell her it's going to be okay. Just like my brother, Green Bay, when he was scared shitless for 24 hours, or actually it was almost a week. He was scared shitless. I wanted to grab my brother and say, man, I'm embracing you. It's going to be okay. We're going to make it through this together. I felt helpless. And I don't know if any of you know what that's like when it comes to a friend, someone that you call a brother or sister, right? Or a mom or a dad here on YouTube, and you can't do anything about it. It kills you. It tears you apart because you don't want to see those people that you love, that you care about so much. You don't want to see them being hurt. But this is the things that we've had to go through. It is so real. It is so fucking real. And I just wish the people that don't believe us could actually believe us. You have to believe us. Come on. Who would ever make up shit like this? Why would anyone want to put themselves through this? Why would I want to get rid of someone of my time doing live streams? Y'all know that I enjoy doing live streams. Y'all know it. And I shouldn't have to stand up here, and I'm not going to anymore, to defend myself.
You want to know something?
For those that do believe me, thank you. For those that do support me, thank you. Those are my friends. Those are the people that said they'd be there through the ups and the downs, through the good times and the bad, just like Green Bay Wacky. Thank you all. Thank you.
And I do want to thank TCTV. Tia, I love you. Megan's blog, thank you. I love you. They sat in the hangout with me for almost like 8 hours. I was so fucking scared. Thank you, Tia. Thank you, TCTV. Thank you. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, everyone. I just want to say this one thing, but again, I don't want to turn this back. I saw it. I'm not going to get into it, and I'm not going to give it any merit. Ranting, raving, lunatic fucking live stream the other day. You know what they said on their live stream? Well, if you get swatted by the police, the first thing you do is put the camera on the cops so that the people can see. Are you fucking kidding me? When the cops come out, the first thing you say is, please don't put me on camera. Please don't put me on camera.
Yep, that's right.
And they actually said, a duh, use your fucking brain. The cops don't want to be seen or heard. Some of these police officers go undercover. You think they want their face and their voice on a camera? Why do you think they talk off camera? Why did he think they ask us to mute our mics? That was the dumbest thing that I ever heard. When I heard that, I was like, I wanted to break the monitor.
I saw that. I watched it myself. Yep.
The dumbest thing. That's when you... But anyway, that's okay. What we're getting at with this live stream, there is a supposed truce going on right now. This came our way as of Friday night. It seems to be holding, and that's great. We're all for this. We'd love to let everyone get back to live streaming and doing all this. But it's an eerie, murky area. We don't know what to do. But we cannot have these channels come in our streams. We can't. And I know that might piss... Botterman, that might make you mad. I know you've been going around, everyone's saying hi and all that. And I hope it doesn't. I hope you understand why. We can't...
It's kind of like that mother that goes into a courtroom, all right, because her daughter was raped and murdered. And that first initial shock that you found out that your daughter was murdered, right? It devastates you. It kills you. You don't want to believe that it's real. And then you have to revisit that crime again by either going out to the site where it happened or you have to go to the courtroom several times. Time after time, you revisit it. And it's like that with Botter. When we see him come into the live streams, it's like revisiting every single one. Fuck.
Take your time, man. Whatever's on your heart, Ben.
It's like we're made to have to see it over and over again. And for those people that don't believe that you can get a PTSD from this, you can. It's a real thing. It's a real fucking thing. Dave's living through it and I'm living through it. It's pretty bad when you walk past your TV and you hear pounding on the door. There's a cop show or something, and you hear the pounding. It brings everything back again. It brings it back. If it's never happened to you before, it scares the living shit out of you. Okay? It scares the living shit out of you. For you that might think that you're Superman and all that, well, good for you that it wouldn't bother you. But I know how it affected me. And I continuously live through that every fucking day. Fuck.
You know, I walk around the house with my phone. I walk around the house with my fucking phone. Even when I go to the bathroom, go to the shower, walk around the house, scared to death if my phone is out of sight. Scared to death.
I see Dave, when we're in private chats, I see Dave go like this. Thought I heard
all
something.
The time.
I thought I heard crunching outside in the snow. And he does it constantly. Our senses have been heightened since this all started. Okay? And it's terrible life to live. It's not a quality of life. It's not a quality. But we're trying to do the best that we can. And I hope that some of you out there realize that.
And sometimes people think I'm not so upset about it because I have a poker face. That's exactly it. I used to play poker. I used to be a gambler. I have a poker face. Sometimes I get quiet. You know, maybe I don't cry on stream the way that Cab does sometimes, but you don't know what's going on inside my body, that I am sweating out my armpits because I am so filled with adrenaline.
You've told me many times, Dave, how scared you were in private. You've told me this. We both know what it's like, man. We're both going through the same fucking thing.
But again, I just want to say, if you're just getting to the stream, this is not some kind of pity party, oh, poor Cab7 in Green Bay. It's the whole community out there that's been affected. We haven't forgotten about it. The investigations are still going forward. If you're just getting here now, the person claiming to be the swatter has claimed that they're not going to do this anymore. They're cleaning up their act. But the problem is they're going around to all our live streams as the swatter. We can't allow that. You have to understand that, Botter Man. We can't have you come in the streams. I know it might piss you off to get blocked, but we're going to have to block you. We can't stop. If you seriously want change and you seriously want to stand with us, we can't stop you from making a new channel and coming in with a new identity that we know nothing about. We can't stop that. And only you will know that you're the swatter person. But we can't have you come in as the swatter person, throwing that in our face, throwing that in our community's face. We can't allow that. We can forgive you. You don't have to say, do you forgive me? I can forgive you, but I can't forget right now. I can't jump on the happy wagon that fast. I know of people that are so fucked up from this, myself included.
You know, I told Dave,
That's what this live stream's about.
Out of all my life, out of all the things that have ever happened in my whole life, and I've been through some bad things, okay? This, by far, is the worst thing that's ever happened in my life.
Ever.
I will never, ever forget this experience. 4 months of my life. Okay, to some that might not seem like a long time, but can you imagine how you can impact a community within just 4 months? You can do a lot. You can do a lot. But I had to be suppressed. I was too scared, right? I think I'm a pretty tough guy. I do, you know. I think I'm pretty tough. But to bring a man down to his knees like the Botter has, that's pretty scary.
And there's something else that I just want to get this off my chest, and it's random.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, and I had this talk with Ben, have done these live streams saying, well, you didn't really get swatted. There was no SWAT team at your door.
Yeah.
The definition of swatting, the action of making a prank call to emergency services in an attempt to bring about the dispatch of a large number of armed police officers to a particular address. When you get a call from the police because you know what was said the other day, that I had raped and killed my wife. That was an attempt to bring about the dispatch of a large number of armed police officers to a particular address. The word swatting is derived from the SWAT teams. Everyone knows about the SWAT teams, the black trucks. So the next time you ever hear someone say, you didn't really get swatted because the SWAT team didn't show up at your door. I've had the police here at least 9 times. Even at midnight. One last time, and I will never say this again. Swatting. This is the definition. You go and Google it. The action of making a prank call to emergency services in an attempt to bring about the dispatch of a large number of armed police officers to a particular address. That's what swatting is. So the next time you're on a live stream and someone says, oh, so-and-so didn't really get swatted, they just had a call from the cops for a wellness check. That was an attempt to get a large number of police officers out to a particular address.
North Nottingham, thank you, my friend. Green Bay Wacky, Cab7, keep lighting the path. God's light will guide you both. And you know what? It's my family, it's my friends, and God that have helped me make it through this the way I have. And the same for Green Bay. If it weren't for, God, his family, and his friends, he probably wouldn't be here, just like me. So we're very thankful for all those people that are connected with us that are genuine, that really do care.
We want to move forward in
God,
this.
yes.
We don't want to do live streams, but this weekend, again, if you're just getting here, the Swatter has claimed they're not going to do this anymore. They've claimed they got rid of their electronic voice software. They've claimed they're turning over a new leaf. They've claimed, and I'm all for this, Botterman.
Now, Gomez Adam said that this might not be the real Swatter. They're probably just a fake channel that's trying to gain, attention, being famous or something.
Maybe.
And that's a possibility. That is a possibility.
But we still cannot explain why the calls have in fact stopped since the person said they were going to stop.
That's right.
So it does seem legit.
Right.
And I think realistically, based on what Cab said to them and what some people commented to them in the chats, I remember a comment that they weren't ready to, forgive and all that. And Botterman said, I understand. I'm hoping, Botterman, that's true, that you understand where we're coming from.
Bill 56 Bel Air, Cab7. Talk to Gomez Adams. She needs help. She needs help? What's going on with Gomez Adams?
I don't know.
I haven't seen anything out in the chat, Bill.
Well, Shannon Studer, you're exactly right. This could be mind games. You're right. It is we don't know what to make of this weekend. But a lot of people are emailing us going, I can't believe with all what you've been through that you're just allowing these people in your chats. I'm going to be the first to admit it. We did over the weekend. We did. But you got to be walking our shoes. We've been being hounded for months. And here the person comes out and says, I'm your guy and I'm going to stop. So we've been in sort of a quandary, like, okay, first let's see if the calls stop and let's go forward from there. I've seen Botterman in everyone's chat, Megan's chat, Grace by Logan vlogs. He became a Wacky Pack member even.
Gomez Adams said, Green Bay Wacky Cab7, I understand. I'm having chest pains, had them all night. I said that. I would be going to a hospital if you're having chest pains.
Gomez, you would have to call 911.
Most definitely.
There's nothing we could do for you on a live stream, Gomez. Pick up your phone and call 911.
That's right.
That's what you need to do, Gomez.
I would take that very serious. Coffee with Mr. B, thank you for being here.
Hello,
Coffee. I hope that you got my message, my email, okay? And that's why we're having this live stream tonight, okay?
We're just trying to update you. A lot of people, you got to let your friends know if they have to watch this video to get all the information, fine. If you can just tell them, that's fine. This video isn't about generating millions of views. It's about getting the community the information. I know that tons of people haven't heard this story that the Swatter claim that they're stopping. I know there's thousands of channels out there right now that have not heard what's happened this weekend. They have no clue. Now, whether that gives anyone any comfort, I don't know. I have kind of a limited comfort right now. I mean, I do believe this to be genuine. I want to cross my fingers that this is real. But all the crimes have been committed, Botterman, and there's a chance you still might get caught, and you're going to have to accept that. The investigations are still going on. No calls are being made to the authorities to stop these investigations. We
Alexa,
can't.
it's so good to see you, girl.
Alyssa Parrish. I love Alyssa Parrish. She's such a wonderful person. Alyssa Parrish, thanks for being here. Shannon Studer, they're getting their jollies for the press. We don't know. We don't know what they're doing.
There's something else that's on my heart that I got to share. For those people out there that are watching this live stream or ones that have watched mine, all right, I wouldn't want to see you go through what Dave and me have been through. That's bad enough, okay? It is bad enough. It's horrific, actually. And then for certain people out there that hate our guts, to go ahead and throw all these fucking thumbs down. Why don't you man up or woman up and leave a proper comment in our live streams? Come in the live stream and show yourself, because I'll tell you, I would hate to see you go through everything that we've went through and then throw upon it people that aren't believing us and have to throw a fucking thumbs down, right? You're kicking a person while they're down. And whoever you might be out there, I bet you don't have no fucking friends just because of your character. How could you do that? How could you leave thumbs down on something as serious as this? So you're the type of person that loves to kick someone while they're down. I wouldn't wish that upon anyone, but you're sure as hell good enough at doing it to us. I'll tell you, karma does come back around, and it's a bitch. And you know what? I hate seeing this, but I'm going to say it anyway, just because of the way I feel, just because I'm human. I hope the fuck it happens to you. I hope it happens to you. Kicking a person while they're down. What the fuck is wrong with you? Fucking son of a bitches. I'm sorry, Dave.
No.
That irritates the hell out. Of course, another thumbs down. But still, it just shows what kind of people these are. They can't get in the chat, right? Because you're too fucking scared because you're a coward. You're a fucking coward, whoever you might be.
Gomez Adams, I can't tell you if you're having chest pains, call 911. That's all I can tell you. I can't tell you anything else. You have to do that. Because there's nothing we can do from a live stream. Michael Gwynn, thanks for coming.
You're right there. Mark Yates says, sometimes Cab7, it takes pain and suffering to change people too. Oh, trust me. I've been there. I know what you mean. Damn. Project Zorgo. This guy uses the account Botterman is here again, and Botterman is behind you and Botter. That's correct.
Right.
Those are the three channels. Come on, Cab7, chill out, man. Thumbs down. Have to be low on the problem. Westbrook, I'm glad that you can just say that so freely, right? But you haven't been through what we've went through, apparently. Okay? So it's all those little things that add up. It adds up. And then you get to a point where there's so much weight on your shoulders, man. You end up exploding. So allow me to share my feelings, okay? And try to understand what I'm going through, all right? Try to understand. I would appreciate that positiveness from you, all right, rather than the negativeness. Please, at least feel something.
Again, we're just trying to get the message out there that we are not singing Kumbaya, my Lord, and giving Botterman a pass on what he's done. We're encouraging this loving heart to come out. Yes. Can we forgive? I mean, yes, we can, but I'm not forgetting about this right now. I'm definitely not. I'm still in shock over this whole thing, and we don't know if it's over. That's the thing. It's not over. It's like it's like an eye of a hurricane we're in right now. We don't know if this is over.
Brian, I agree with that. I know you've always been that way, and you have every right to share what you think. You have every right to do that. But whatever you share, remember there's going to be a comeback. Okay, there's always going to be more than likely. There's always going to be a comeback for me when you leave a comment, and only you specifically. You know
Well,
that by now.
sorry, I'm turning on my heater. Mark Yates. I'm a strong believer. Sometimes you have to forgive and then walk away. Right. That's right, Mark. Forgiveness doesn't mean restoration.
That's
And
right.
that's sort of what started happening this weekend. And me and Cab talked about it. We're like, this is fucked up. You can't fucking terrorize a community. You can't do this and then just come in under your swatting channels and hey, everything's fine. Hello, hugs, kisses. Botterman, if Botterman wants to support this community, we can't stop Botterman from doing that, but you can't be done under those channels in our chats. We can't stop you from making a new, fresh start, a new channel that you can come in and we wouldn't even know it's you. We can't stop that. But that's what's going to happen. You can't come in. We're going to have to block these. I'm blocking these channels. I can't be doing a stream and see Botterman come in. How's it going? When all I can think about is I'm going to kill you. All this stuff doesn't leave. It brings it all back, just like Ben says.
Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
I mean, I've seen that happen in courtrooms where people have been viciously attacked, and then it's the day of the actual court trial, and that victim goes in, and as soon as their eyes lock on with that attacker, that person, they lose it, because it brings it all back.
You're right.
And
That's
you have
right.
to understand that, Botterman. You're bringing it all back. It makes me relive the last 3 months when I see your name in the chat. People in the chat that have stood by us, that have suffered themselves. People have spent time in prayer. People that have been, they see this and they're just shocked. They're like, there's the Swatter. What the hell are you doing in this chat? I can't allow it. I can't. And if I'm taking more heat on myself, then that's the way it is. But that's
Just like I
what,
said, Dave, in that
yeah.
comment back to Botter, I said, even if the phone calls continue, I'm going to keep continuing to do what I do. I can't let that prevent me from
No.
doing what I do because the good outweighs the bad any day. Any day.
Yeah. And I've seen an outpouring of support, and I
Danny, good to
appreciate
see
it.
you out there, brother. Chasing Bones and Specters in the house. Thank you for being here. I want to thank everyone again for those that are genuinely um, taking Green Bay Wackies and my side in all of this. Thank you for your genuine hearts. Thank you for believing on what we're going through. Thank you. A lot of you don't even question it. It's like, yes, we know that they're going through a lot of hurt and pain. Thank you. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. And for the people, like I said, that we thought were our friends that have turned their backs on us and have manipulated the story. And matter of fact, I've lost a couple of subscribers because of those fucking assholes. Because people can't stand up and think for themselves. Really? Do you really have to think about it? For you fuckers, and I'm sorry that I'm being the way I am tonight, okay?
Just let it
But
out,
for you
Ben.
fuckers out there that I thought were my friend and you turned your back on me and threw me under the bus, once again, fuck you. And don't ever come back. Don't ever come back. Because now I can't trust you ever again. Fuck you.
Kathleen Elliott, you're right. It says PTSD is real, folks. It never goes away ever. Kathleen, there's been nights I've been like this, where I had to stop. It's been
Yeah.
that bad. There's nights I felt I couldn't even breathe. The adrenaline just would not stop. There's been nights I've taken ibuprofen, just to try to calm myself down.
Voidman said, yep, that happened to me when I walked in the courtroom and seen the person that stabbed me in my sleep over a dozen times. So I can so understand what you are saying, why you just can't see their name. Exactly. And Voidman, I didn't know that about you. Thank you
Yeah,
for sharing
Voidman told me
that
that
very
story
personal part of
before.
your life. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Voidman told that story before.
Wow.
And, the reason it hurts so much with these people, we don't believe you, that's like a woman that gets attacked and no one believes her.
JCT, you have a good night, okay?
And she's trying to convince everyone that she was attacked. That's exactly what it's been like for us. The reason we've shared this on live streams hasn't been about views or money. It's because you guys have been family to us. Family. Not just a bunch of mindless names out in the chat. Family. So because of that, we've allowed it. You've seen it in real time as it happens, what we're feeling. That's why. Not for views, not for fucking money. It's because we feel like you're family. So family's going to tell family what's really going on. We can either A, blow some sunshine up your ass, which we tried to do before. We tried to hide it. Or B, this is where it is. This is what's really going on.
Heather Lay, you're exactly right. PTSD is no joke. It even leads to depression and worse. And I've got some serious depression. I got some serious depression, more than I've ever had in my life, and anxiety like you wouldn't believe. That you are exactly right. Botter, he's in the chat. Don't understand why this is happening. I thought this was over. Botter?
No, Botter, listen. It is. I hope you're standing by it. I'm glad you're here, Botter.
The reason why we had to bring this up, Botter, is because several people have written us, okay? Several people have written us in our community, longtime supporters, and they're very upset with us, wondering why we're allowing you to come in after everything that you've done to the community. And so we have every
Please don't block Botter for this stream.
Exactly.
Not this stream. Please, let him talk.
So
I'm just telling that to mods, please.
I hope that you can understand, Botter, that we have to support our supporters, right? We've got to support them. They're important to us, and that's what keeps our channels going, is their support. So when we have several of our supporters writing us and saying, what the fuck is going on? Why are you allowing this guy to come in after everything that he's done? So please understand that. We've got to respond back to them, okay? We've got to respond back to them. I do believe that you want to make a change. I do. I'm putting faith in you that you want to make that change.
And so am I.
But at the same time, we had to do this live stream because we were overwhelmed by the people that saw you in the live stream and in several others throughout the community. So, and now we're starting to get blamed that this was all made up, that we're somehow in it with you, and we're not. So please understand that. And we're giving you opportunity tonight to share what you need to share out in the stream, okay? You share whatever's on your heart.
You can talk freely, Botter, if you have what we're saying. Are you getting your late, Botter? Have you been lurking the stream and listening? Are you listening? I mean, have you heard it, or are you just literally coming in now? I hope you talk to us.
I understand.
Okay, Botter, all we're saying is this. Ben's not saying when he said he forgave you that it wasn't real. I'm not saying when I say I forgive you that's not real. But what we're saying is we just can't have you coming in the streams under these names. Okay, you just got here. Okay. What we're saying is we can't stop the investigations against you. That's out of our hands.
That's right. And
you have committed these crimes. You may never get caught. You may. That's out of our hands. There's nothing we can do about that. That's water under the bridge. The investigations are underway. But what we're saying is we just can't have you in the chats from after this chat tonight under these names. Now we can't, if you really want to enjoy the people in the chat, if you really want to come and be part of our family, we can't stop you from making a brand new channel, not telling anyone you're the Swatter, and coming in and making friends. We can't stop you from that. But that's the only way that this is going to work. We can't.
It's affecting our subscribers when they see you.
It's affecting us, Botter. It's affecting us. When you come in, we're reliving it. We're reliving it.
Westbrook, I don't know why you keep bringing that up about VA disability. I have no idea why you keep bringing that up. But I'm gonna tell you this much. I really never did have that deep of anxiety or depression. I've had some form of it. Yes, that's true. But what this has put me through has probably tenfold what I've went through in the last 4 months. That is a fact. But I don't know why you keep bringing up this VA compensation or percentage wise. I don't know what you're trying to get at there. So please stop bringing that up, okay? Um,
There, I'm just typing to Botter there.
so, Botter, I hope that you understand that because when Green Bay Wacky and me see your name or any of your other names out in the chat, it does bring back our PTSD, which we live with every day, but it heightens it when you're there. And I agree with Dave. If you want to come back as some channel that we're unaware of, and you don't have to say anything about yourself, that's up to you. It would be better off for everyone. It really would. I know. Do I need to change? Well, that's up to you. But I want to say one other thing, Botter, and trust me, allow me to be able to feel this way. If you are joking about all this and you're just here to try to make a name for yourself, to make yourself famous somehow out of all this, that would actually probably be worse than what the actual Swatter has done to us in the community. That would be cold and very harsh. So I really truly hope that you're not making this up. I really hope that you're not.
I mean, hello, AQT. Yeah, Botter, what we're saying is you can't come in under these channel names. We can't stop you from becoming a new channel, but you can't not. What does not mean?
I don't know. Not. I don't know. That's one word. What's that?
I don't know. We're saying you have to go away as your Swatter channels. You can't come in under those names, and you can't say you're the Swatter with just a new channel name. You can't. I'm not doing that. Not doing what? Not doing what? You can type up to 200 characters, Botter.
Um, Brian Westbrook, I appreciate that you would say that to me as a veteran. Thank you for saying at least that.
I was given the
I,
name by
I
a
could
lot
see
of
it if
other.
you meant it that way.
I was given the name by a lot of other people.
I don't get it.
He's saying he doesn't want to change his. Well, Botter, let me back up since you got here late. All right? We're talking about our chats. Green Bay Wacky, Cab7. You can't come into Green Bay Wacky or Cab7 under those names. We don't speak for all the other channels of YouTube.
No, not at all.
We're not speaking for all the other channels of DLive. We're simply saying in our chats, it would have to be a new identity that no one knows you. We don't know you. We'd love to entertain you. We hope that you change, that this is legit. We just can't have you come in under those names. We're going to have to block those names. It's too... You've got to understand what you represent when you come in the channel. People in the chat are getting furious. They're sending us emails,
Nasty emails.
messages.
Yeah. Megan says, Cab7 Green Bay Wacky, Botter is saying that he understands. He isn't trying to make a name for himself here.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
And Herman, thank you for being here. I appreciate that.
Botter, yes. Oh, wow. You have to understand what you've done. I mean, and, again, we can't even confirm that you are the true Swatter. All we can say is we haven't had calls from the police since you promised to stop. That's the only evidence that we have.
Tammy's Passion, so good to see you out there.
And the reason we're doing this live stream tonight is not to rehash, to somehow gain sympathy for us. We're letting the community know the truths that you set before us as of Friday night.
Rich Life of Road Trips, off the topic, just for a minute.
No.
Rich okay. Life of Road Trips, I have lurked several of your streams, and I got to say, I know that you're going through a lot of crap yourself. And I'm sorry to see that, because you know what, brother? I can relate. I can relate to see the shit that you've been going through over at your live streams, man. Hold strong, okay? Because that's what I'm trying to do, and that's what Green Bay Wacky's trying to do. Hold strong, okay? Aaron Eberhardt, so good to see you out there.
Diary of Her Mind, it's triggering everyone's anxiety that has rode this roller coaster with Cab7 and Green Bay Wacky. Yes, that's what it is, Botter.
Yeah.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I can forgive you, but I can't forget right now.
That's right. I will never be able to forget it. Never. There's no way. This is the worst thing that's ever happened in my life. By far.
I have to rename this account. Well, Botter, I can't tell you what to do with your accounts, but whatever you decide to do, you can't elude to being the Swatter. You can't come in under those names, and you can't get mad when you see us block them. We have to block them.
We have
If
to.
Botterman comes in, it's getting blocked. If Botter comes in, it's getting blocked. If Paracloven 123 comes in, I have to block them.
PJ, girl, so good to see you. Good morning.
You have to be anonymous. You have to move forward with your life. You just can't come in under those names. And you can't say, I used to be Botterman, I used to be Botter, we can't control how you're going to come in the chat.
Okay, here's some true feelings out here in the chat right now. My brother, Bill, 56 Beller, also a veteran, says, Green Bay Wacky, do you really think this is helping? I think he is just playing us all. That's, from Bill, 56 Beller. And that's a legitimate question to ask. I think some of us are there. We are wondering if that's true or not. Enlightened Cafe, wow, we haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing?
Yeah. Hello, Enlighten. But you have to understand from our standpoint as live streamers, as creators here on social media, we can only deal with what comes at us as it comes.
Right.
So what's come at us this weekend is the person claiming to be the Swatter, which we don't know. We can't verify that. We don't know. Okay,
KG Sicklage. You know what? I've had a lot of people say that in chat rooms and in private conversations. You are entertaining him. Let me just share with you, for those that don't know, a swatter is someone that does wellness checks, right? They call the police, and all of a sudden the police or the FBI SWAT team is at your house. The main reason why a person does that is to be entertained. You are correct. They want to see your reaction to a police call, to cops being at your house, okay? It is solely for that intention, is to get some sort of entertainment value out of it. You are correct.
But I'm going to say this too. Almost everyone that has come to us, whether publicly or privately, and said, oh, just ignore it and move on, act like it didn't happen. Almost everyone that has said that has never had it happen to them. Once it happens to you, try to be a live streamer 7 days a week, with every stream being disrupted with telephone calls from the police. Police at your door. Until it happens to you, you will not feel the same way. And I know Botter knows what he's done, but I'm just saying that. Again, this stream is about updating you on what Botter said over the weekend. Not going to do it anymore. And that's great. We encourage that. We hope it's over. And we hope we can just have fun live streams like we had. I had a great fun live stream. But we're just telling Botterman cannot come into our chats under those names. And he cannot come in and claim to be the Swatter. Got to have a new something. New channel name we don't know about. Be happy to talk with that person as just another new channel, not knowing anything. I don't know what else we can say. I'm not encouraging bad behavior in any way. I'm encouraging love,
Much
you know.
to Fifth Wheel Living, much love. To all the people that are saying much love to Green Bay Wacky and myself, much love back to all of you out there. Thank you. Thank you.
And I think Botter understands, if I read your messages right, Botter, I think you understand where we're coming from.
Yeah.
We're simply saying you're going to get blocked on those channel names. It doesn't mean we're not forgiving you. I'm forgiving you.
We're protecting our subscribers, our friends, and ourselves.
It's just too upsetting to everyone. And again, what you've done is done. The crimes are committed, and there are investigations in place. We can't control that. Maybe you'll never get caught. Maybe you'll make a new identity, never get caught, move on with your life. Maybe you'll have a new channel, and we'll know you for years as a respected member of the community. I don't know. You know, because we'll never know.
There's a message out in the chat. Judy Pinnell said, Ben and Dave, Kathleen is having a really bad panic attack. Judy Pinnell, all I can offer you, okay, from my heart, listen, if this is bothering you, please leave the chat, okay? Please leave the live stream, because I don't want you going through that, all right? I don't want you going through that. Bill 56 Bel Air, Cab7, I understand that you are doing what you can do to stop this, and I understand he better pray to God that I don't find out who he is. Hey, Bill, man, you're free to share what's on your heart, man, and I get it. You're not the only one that feels that way. AQT also says, I really miss you both. Your prayers were powerful. Not being able to have Cab7 and Wacky to help pray with me about my medical stuff is disheartening. Trust me, we're trying to help out as many people as we can, but at the same time, you see how our lives have been disrupted. So we're not purposely or intentionally, not being there for people. We're trying to do what we can, okay? Please understand that.
I don't understand what you're confused about, Botter. All right, let me say it this way, Botter. I'll try to lay it out. I hope you're listening, so I don't have to type this. Since you said you were the Swatter on Friday and you were going to stop, I'll admit we let you come in the chat under Botterman and Botter and all that. But you have to understand, we didn't know what to do. What could we do? We just decided not to, try to get you angry and accept your apology and all that. And I know we went forward from there. But over the weekend, we realized this is not going to work. It triggers me. It triggers Ben. Yeah. Now, I know you came into some streams and I talked to you and I acted like everything was fine, but I was not fine. I just relived the last 3 months. Megan's blog, we've allowed Botter to be here tonight to reach a conclusion. If it's triggering, maybe sit this one out. Don't harm yourself. Yes, Megan's blog.
Yep,
we're trying to reach a conclusion. Here's the conclusion we're hoping for, Botter, is that we have to block those channels, and we can't live in fear that we're going to piss you off again by blocking those channels. I just said it the way it is. You have to accept what you've done, and you have to say, okay, if I'm going to be part of this community, I'm going to have to go into some anonymous mode. You're going to have some other channel we don't know about. That's the only, I don't know what else to do. You're going to have to be somebody else that we don't know that comes in the chat that just becomes a dedicated follower. That's the only way this is going to work.
But let me extend this a little bit further.
Yeah.
Spotter, if you're truly the swatter now, okay? Now I'm looking right back out at you, okay? And I know you're looking right at me. Listen. Now I shared this in a comment on my live stream comments, and I shared with you, if you truly are the swatter, you know the right thing to do. You claim to be a Christian of almost 4 years. You know the right thing to do. And I remember what your answer was. You said, I don't think I can do that. But the best thing to do is to turn yourself in. And do you realize how much that would help out this community? Do you realize out of all, not just the victims themselves, but all the families of those victims, all the friends, we're talking about thousands of people. More than 44 families have been affected here because of you and what you've done. So the best thing you could do for this community, don't come back as a fake name or a troll channel name or whatever. What you need to do tomorrow morning, all right, is you go to your local police department and you turn yourself in and you let them know what you did. As a Christian, any Christian would do that, right? Or any person with their right mind would turn themselves in. Yeah, you're going to have to pay a big penalty. There's no doubt about it. But you know it's the right thing. And I think everyone in this chat agrees with me. That is what you need to do to end all of this for all of us. Okay? Okay?
Well, Botter, that decision's between you and God. That is between you and God. Ben's right. That's the right thing to do. I
Okay,
can't.
let me ask you a question, Bonner. Okay? And I believe I've got the right to ask this question. You don't have to reply to it, but I hope that you do, because I'm sure there's several other people in this chat that are saying the same thing. Why can't you turn yourself in? Why? Please give me an adult answer here that we can all understand. Why can't you turn yourself in?
Now I see Paranormal White Noise's question. They need to apologize to all the anxiety they have caused to people in the chat and to others.
That's
That's
right.
that's true.
Like
That's
I said,
true.
it's affected literally thousands of people.
Yeah, Botter, it's gone so far. Children, Botter. Women, children, men. I can't do that, Kimberly. I can't bring I couldn't bring him up. No. I couldn't do that.
And even if we did ask, I doubt he would even come up.
I couldn't do that anyway.
J Mac Oregon is replying with his thought. I was assuming because of self preservation. It's powerful.
I'm assuming that. Botter, I'm assuming you don't want to turn yourself in because you don't want to go to prison. I'm assuming. I'm not I'm not gonna I'm
Well,
not gonna
I hope he's coming back with a a reply.
I mean that's all I can think of as the logical answer. You don't want to go to prison. I'm assuming. And
But
I couldn't
also keep this in mind, Botter. There's a lot of people working on this behind the scenes. You know, you may not want to go to prison, and I totally get that. But eventually, it's going to happen. It's going to catch up to you, and you're going to have to go.
it may. Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah,
investigations out there.
yeah. Thank you, Herman. I appreciate that, man. I know that you're here for
No,
Green Bay
Kimberly, you're
Wacky.
fine. You're fine, Kimberly. You're fine.
Nina, thank you for being here, girl. I appreciate your love and support. Thank you.
You see, Botter, I can't control your decisions. I can't control what you do. I can't control that. I can't make you turn yourself in.
That's exactly right, Mark Yates. That's exactly right. I think it's only fair that I would get a reply to that. He owes it to me and Green Bay Wacky.
No, Inspector Pugs, we don't know who the swatter is. Botter in the chat has 3 channels. Botter Man. Well, assuming it's all him, he's claimed they're all 3 his. And Paracloven 123.
Much love.
He claims he's the swatter. If you're just getting to the stream now, he told us Friday night that he was going to stop all the calls, and I get that. Okay, that's great. That happened over the weekend. That's the only proof that we have that this really is the swatter, is that we have not received the police calls. That's the only proof. I believe there's a good chance Botter really is. But what we're now telling Botter, that's why this stream is titled New Update in the Swatting. Extremely Urgent Swatter Update. This all started Friday night. He said he's not going to do it anymore, change of heart, turn in a new leaf. But now, okay, what we're left with is Botter's been going through the community all weekend long as his channels.
Okay, Botter, I'm still waiting for a reply.
Oh, he's talking to Megan. Could be single or a group effort, Botter is saying.
Yeah, he's not letting us know that. Botter, can you please reply to my question, okay? Well, I want to know why you can't turn yourself in. Bill 56 said, I watched the stream that Cab7 put on YouTube, and that is one reason they won't fess up. They may even get off scot-free.
Oh, he's suggesting that they're minors.
Cindy Lopez, thank you for being here. I need to ask you for forgiveness. I haven't been able to watch y'all for several weeks. I'm so heartbroken, but never once stopped praying. Cindy Lopez, listen, Dave and me realize that people have lives out there, okay? Don't ever apologize that you haven't been able to come to our streams lately. We totally get it, okay?
It's just my
well, you're right
machine.
there, Brian Westbrook. You're exactly right. Cab7, even Botter isn't dumb enough to want to go to jail. That's right.
And I can't say that, when you're involved, once you've done criminal acts, okay, Botter, Cab7, I want to test the knowledge of the FBI and federal government. I want to see how well they can track down a criminal.
Well, hey, Botter, now if you go over to my Twitter, okay, I have put up several news broadcasts of people that have gotten caught, people just like yourself that have swatted other people. They do get caught. Look at those news articles that I've put up. Okay, don't think that you're what's the word
indestructible or
no, not indestructible. You are in back where you can't be caught, where you think you can't be caught.
invincible.
Invincible. I guess that's the word. Yeah. Don't think you're invincible, okay? You will get caught if you are truly the swatter, all right?
What did Spencer Puggs said? It says, I hope it's over. Wisconsin does not take it lightly. Ask Oni. Well,
the other thing, let me bring this to your attention, Botter. Do you realize that so far our community has been lucky? No one has had a heart attack. No one has died yet. Yet. You would also have that on your conscience for the rest of your life if one of these people that you would ever do this to, swat them, it could cause someone to die. Keep that in mind. All right. Not only would you be charged with the swatting incidences themselves, but murder. All right. Think about that. That's why you shouldn't be doing it in the first place. Knowingly and willingly still did a crime, right? Knowingly and willingly. And hey, thank God. Thank God none of you out there have had a heart attack. Thank God. And I would be devastated if any of you out there that are supporters of Green Bay Wackies and mine, if that ever happened to any of you, I would be devastated that I would lose you, but not only that, for the families that would have to live that for the rest of their lives, that would be devastating.
Botter says he's switching devices.
Let's see.
Well,
Wrestler Mania, good morning, Cab7, Green Bay Wacky, getting ready to work to listen to the background. Great to see you too this great day. Well, thank you, Wrestler Mania. Good to see you out there. Brian Westbrook seems to think that 100% this guy is far from done. And you know what, Brian Westbrook, once again, you might be right. You might be right.
TX90,
don't know.
What a TX. Botter, how do we know you are the real one or a troll? I worry this is a troll. Nonetheless, I applaud you for leaving everyone alone. TX90, don't know. Ask a question.
SYMR Radio says, good morning, Cab7 Green Bay Wacky. I feel the same way. Good to have you here, SYMR Radio.
Paranormal white noise. I know what you're saying. Sorry, Dave. This person is playing you both. False sense of security. Let me make it clear to this chat. I have no sense of security right now. This is not a false sense of security because I don't have security. I've simply decided that I will go forward with my live streams, whether I get harassed or not. I would like this to really be the real Swatter. I'd really like this to end. But we're just leading everyone up to tonight, what led up to tonight, 3 months of swattings, and then the Swatter botter here claims he's not going to do it anymore. If it's even a he. Could be a her.
Cheryl Shields said, who is Project Zorro? I caught your page open. You have several names. Botter says TX90, yes. I've made that clear. Nina, 2005 Cab7, I got to send you an email to do a prayer for me. Okay, I'll be sure to check that right now.
Sorry, I have my screens all. I have some messages coming in over. That's why I'm looking way over here. Hold
on. I haven't gotten that email from you. If you sent one to me, I don't have it.
Let me just...
Bill 56, Bel Air, Cab7. That is another problem with our justice system. The botter or swatter could and should be charged with attempted or in some cases murder. And that's right. Yeah, not, let's see, yes, not, yay. I didn't send it yet. Oh, okay. Before you ask for prayer, Nina, guess what? You're already in my prayers, girl, okay? You're already in my prayers.
So Botter says this is going to stop and they're going to change their name. That's what he just told Megan's blog.
Okay.
That's a good point. David Smock says, Botter, if there's more than one of you involved, how can you be sure this will stop? That's a good point, actually.
Several people now in the chat during this live stream have said they could forgive Botter if he turns himself in. I understand. And some of you may never, ever forgive him. And I understand that as well. Not all of us feel the same way, right?
There could be a little echo. I'm not wearing headphones. There could be a little echo.
Okay. White Picket Fence, good to have you here. Good morning.
He's claiming he'll change his name and it'll all stop.
I mean, that would be fantastic. Boy, that would lighten the load on my heart if it did stop. If I knew that I could be guaranteed I could do a live stream in the morning and one at night and never have the police called on me again, that would be beautiful. It would.
I hope you mean that, Botter. But you have here. I don't know if he's listening.
Welcome back, Alex. He said the power's back. Phil Dogs, good to see you out there. Kathy's Critter said, and even if they don't get caught in the physical life, the spirits and beings know better. Kathy, you are correct. I believe you. Botter says, don't you think you would have already gotten a call from the sheriffs? You're making a good point there.
I said that, Botter, that you
make a good point.
That it seems that way.
Brian Westbrook said he's the only Swatter Green Bay Wacky. I can tell you, this is a guy who is all alone and angry at the world. If he stops, then your problems are over. Mark Yates said, I stay busy to get through it, but I'm worried about my future and ability to make money. I covet any prayers and will gladly pray for any of you. Mark Yates, thank you for offering that. Thank you so much. Botter says, Green Bay Wacky, I understand.
That I'm going to block those channels.
Yeah, we're both going to block anything.
On D-Live. What are the channels? Botterman, Botter, and Peva. I got it written down. Paracloven 123.
Bill, I doubt I'll ever get back to singing your heart out. It ran its course, and I had a good time. But I'm done with that now. Moving on, my friend. Peaches says, thank you at Botter for doing the right thing. I have made some pretty big mistakes in my life, and I've changed my life around. Peaches, you and me are on the same page. We're on the same page. Botter says, why will Paracloven be blocked? It's a made-up name.
Because it's one of your channels, Botter, and it represents you and the swattings, and it triggers people. You've used it as the swatter. It triggers people. It triggers me. It triggers the chat. I have to block them all. The only way I can't make you turn yourself in. There's things that are out of my control. I can't control the investigation against you. The only thing I can say is I have to block those channels. You would have to come in under another channel that we know nothing about, and that's between you and God. I can't control the channels that come into the chats. And again, I'm only speaking for Green Bay Wacky and Cab7. I'm not saying that you're going to get blocked all over YouTube, all over D-Live. You might be accepted as Botterman. You might be accepted as Botter. You might have Paracloven accepted. I'm simply saying here, I won't even announce myself. Yes, Botter, that's it. If you're chatting, we don't know who's behind the channels. You'll have to be chatting as someone that we don't know. I encourage you to stay on this path.
The Milk? That's a different channel. The Milk. Moo at Cab7. Well, okay. Moo right back at you. It's the association that triggers causing anxiety. You just need not associate the new names on any future streams of this channel. You got it?
Did Botter ever answer your question?
Same with me. I mean, I'm blocked them on my channel, those names, but I can't stop you from coming in using another name. And just keep it private that, and I hate saying this because I still say
I don't like to say it.
the
I know.
right thing to do is just turn yourself in. That's what you need to do, man. You need to turn yourself in.
I want everyone in this chat to realize when I tell Botter to come in under another channel name and don't say anything that you're the Swatter, I'm not endorsing what's happened. I just that's the only solution that I'm not saying, "Hey, I endorse it and here's a workaround." I'm
No.
not I want that clear in this chat. I want that clear.
Bill, you can try as hard as you want, man. It's not going to happen. All right. It 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 became a failure toward the end, and less people started coming. I was to the point of begging people to come there, and I shouldn't have to beg people to come to a program over at my channel, right? And I learned my lesson. I will never beg people again to come over to something like that. So I hope that you understand. But you know what, there, Bill? There ain't nothing stopping you from doing a sing your heart out over now that I know that you can bring people up on your channel, man. And you're a good singer. Paranormal White Noise, Cab 7 Dave. Uh, I will see you both on another stream. I don't like seeing you both led up the garden path. Much love. And I understand. Zara, thank you. Thank you for. We know that you love us and you care about us and you support us
We just don't know what else
greatly.
to do at this point, Paranormal White Noise. All we can do is say, "Hey, look, here's the deal. This news was sprung on this weekend. We're moving forward. We're blocking those channels, and that's all we can do and hope that it goes away." I don't know what else anyone else could do.
Bill, there's other channels also in the. Okay, hold on. Botter says to Cab 7, you should have answered Green Bay Wacky's question. He asked if I answered your question. Um,
It's a fake Phil Dogs.
no, this is Botter is asking me that question.
No, is it? I think that's a troll fake Phil Dogs, but that's okay.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't look like the real
Of
Phil
course you
Dogs.
can, Phil. That there's no copyright on "Sing Your Heart Out." You go ahead and do that, man. I hope that you do, and then Bill will have a place to go and sing at. But back to Botter, Cab 7, you should have answered Green Bay Wacky's question.
Did he
Yeah,
answer why he can't turn himself in?
yeah. If you put that out there, I'm still. You said that you couldn't. Okay, Green Bay Wacky, Botter. Just honestly, why can't you turn yourself in? Is it the fear of prison or something else? Just asking the honest question.
Well, you asked. Did you ever get the answer?
I didn't see it.
All we can
All
do is put this to rest.
all I saw was I just can't.
Oh, I just can't? Okay.
That's all I saw. So I'm sorry if I might have missed it. Or if anyone else has seen it, can you let me know? Why are you calling me a coward? Who's calling you a coward?
I don't know. Well, Botter, if someone in the chat called you a coward, if someone did that, that's what we're talking about. That's why we have to block those channels.
Oh, yes, I did see that, and I read it. No, I said I wanted to test the knowledge of the federal government. That's correct.
Oh, you're
I,
right. You're right,
I
Botter.
read that
Okay.
out. That's correct.
I'll give you that. It's kind of a
Yeah.
heated live stream. So you're right. You're right.
Alex Kruth, yeah, we just noticed that, and messages are being deleted from that Phil Dogs account.
Yeah. I mean,
Father, why is the supposed hacker retracting his messages now? Well, actually, they're being deleted. I'm sure NASA can find them easy. I'm sorry for laughing.
It's all right, Ben. After the emotions that we ran on this stream tonight, you probably needed a quick laugh.
Oh, yes. Wow. David Slack, did someone say something earlier about Project Zargo? They are here now. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Okay, Botter says no, Cab7, National Security Agency. NSA, yeah. You're testing out the government and the National Security Agency. You want to see how far you can go before you could get caught. Gomez Adams, Cab7, it is on the chat way back before my call. You said, why wouldn't you turn yourself in? They said,
Yeah,
we're testing the powers of the FBI, the government. Hold on a second. We're testing the power of the FBI, the federal government, to see if they could catch him. Okay.
Botter says they're
Thank
ready
you.
to move on with what we said. We're going to block those channels.
Right.
And I can't tell Botter what to do from here forward with their life.
No.
I hope you stay on this path of, I really do.
And Botter, you're always going to be in my prayers, okay? You're always going to be in my prayers, and I have faith that you want to change your life. I do have faith that you want to change your life, okay? And I want you to do that. I want you to. But don't hold this in your conscience forever and ever and ever. You know what to do, okay? You know the right thing to do for yourself. And if you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for all of us victims. All right? Do it for all of us victims out there.
I can't tell them what to do from this point forward. I hope it's over.
Yeah. It'd be nice. Louder said, Bill 56 Bill Error, I don't know what you're doing, but you're not scaring me.
Well, Botter, you have to remember something. Bill 56 Bel Air is a badass veteran, and he's not happy with what you've done. That's why I'm getting at. You are provoking people.
Wait. What's that all about?
In these chats.
Project Zorro, block me. What for, Caps? I didn't say block you. I didn't say anything like that. I don't even know who you are.
No.
I would never say block that person. This is Dave's live stream. Right?
No.
I can't tell him who to block or not. So I hope that that's a misunderstanding, because I would never say that.
No, people were asking who you were, Project Zorgo. Sorry. People were asking who you were. We're not blocking you. The mods would have blocked you if you said anything bad. You haven't, obviously. Sorry, Botter. Botter, we were talking to Project Zorgo.
Yes, Beth Plant. Cab7, are you aware that my daughter's name was used to send a pizza to Boomers while I was on his panel? I heard about that.
Yeah.
Okay, the Milk said, I am here for salvation. All trolls must be tramped. Francis Urban Spirit Vlogs. I am very nice cow. Botter said, that wasn't me, Beth Plant. Jenny Marceth, good to see you here. Good morning. A good North Dakota morning. I know it's colder than hell up there where you're at. Tori G, good to see you out there. I want to thank everyone for being here at this live stream tonight, and for all those that are genuinely here to support Green Bay Wacky and me. I realize not everyone is here. There are some trolls out there that hate us. There are some people that we've had problems with in the past that are here to see some entertainment and to hate on us and give us thumbs down and all that. I get that as well. All right. Shame on you anyway. And, but for the people that are genuinely here for us, those that are supporting us, loving on us, thank you. I can't thank you enough. It means a lot to Green Bay Wacky and me. Thank you so very much.
And for anyone that's just getting here now, I just want to revamp.
Oh, Music Mansion. Can you read that, Dave?
I know all about Music Mansion. They come in all the time.
They
I want to
want-
give an update
Okay.
on why we're here right now on this stream tonight. We don't like doing these swatting live streams. We don't like doing these. The reason we're doing this tonight is we had some changes in the dynamic of things over the weekend. The dynamic that changed Friday night when I did my live stream, I got a call from the cops, typical, which that's the last 3 months. And after that call, the supposed swatter came in. We have Botter in here. There's Botter Man and Paracloven 123. They've claimed to be the swatters, and they said they're not going to do it anymore. They're done. They're done with it. Now, the reason we're here right now tonight, if you're just getting in, is we were sort of accepting their channels into our channels over the weekend. We didn't block them, but as the weekend went on, we realized we're getting triggered. We're triggered. The audience is triggered. We can't have Botter. We can't have Botter Man. We can't have Paracloven 123 come into our chats because we're not endorsing what's been done. They're going to suffer the consequences of that. Maybe they'll get caught. Maybe they won't. That's between them and God. But they've claimed they're going to go away from our chats under those names. They're not going to call the police anymore. Whether or not they start new channels that we will not be aware that they were the apparent swatters, we can't control that.
Right.
So we're doing this stream for closure. Closure. This is a closure stream up to Monday morning. We have no idea what's going to happen from today forward. I can't predict the future. But they understand we're going to block those channel names.
There's one thing that Dave and me are going to continue to do. Whether the police calls continue and they start back up again and continue, it's not going to prevent Dave and me from doing what we do with our hearts. And that's Dave entertaining all of you out there and me trying to bring across some sort of inspiration to lift you all up. We're going to continue to do that because it's important to us.
Well, we don't know that Botter Man or Botter or Paracloven are the real swatter. The only evidence that we have is the phone calls have in fact stopped from the police. That's the only thing we have to go on. It's the only thing we have to go on. I don't know where else to go with this, Ben.
I don't know.
I don't either. I mean, obviously the chat has a lot of questions for this swatter person.
Oh, well, of course, and they've got every right.
But this, according to what we've discussed tonight, will be the last stream under those names that are in here.
Right.
If we're going to block those channels, and if the swatter comes in, it's going to have to be a different channel we have no knowledge of. I don't know what else to say. I'm not trying to
I got a question. I got a question to ask Botter. Do you know of anyone?
Thank you, Mark Yates, by the way.
Do you know of anyone on YouTube in your circle of people that you know? Do you know of anyone that lives in the state of Ohio?
Who are you talking to, Ben?
I'm talking to Botter. Botter. That's my question to Botter. Do you know of any YouTubers that live in the state of Ohio? Because I know several.
You know, Botter, I do have a theory about this. I do have a theory. I know you won't answer, honestly, but I do believe this is more than one person. I don't think you're the only one involved.
Cab7 addressed this in his live stream, yes, to Carolyn.
But again, the reason we're here is people are getting the wrong signal over the weekend. They're thinking that by saying we're forgiving the swatter, that in some way we're endorsing what's happened to our community over the past 3-4 months.
Okay, so you do know Bobby McNutt, which I know Bobby McNutt. I've known him for a long time. And Two Family Homestead, they are my good friends. And yes, you are correct. Is there any other channels that you know in the state of Ohio? Bill 56, Biller, Cab7, I guess I'm pissing Powder Man off. Well, Bill, you tell it for the way it is, and I respect that in you. I want to talk about Carolyn to be free. I've got $1,750, $1,750 sitting in my account right now. And I said it last night on my live stream. If anyone wants their money back that have left a donation for the reward money, I am more than happy to give that back. I need to know what your channel name is, what name you go by that you donated the money, and the date. All right. So it'll be easier for me to look up, and it would be refunded immediately. Immediately. Botter says, Bill, you really are. I would appreciate if you would please stop. Botter, yes, I will, Megan. Angie the fam says, my heart breaks for the two of you. You should not be. This should not be happening, and I agree. I'll be honest; it is hard to forgive, but time will tell. I understand, Angie. I do. For those interested in computing for new users and Linux as a Windows alternative, check out Mark Yates. I take it. Or Total OS Today. Okay, there we go. He wants you to check out Total OS Today. He's an excellent person, a Christian himself. For what it's worth, he's out of Ohio as well. All right. Botter said, yes, that's what I've been focusing on trying to stop. But I got yelled at tonight by Cab7. Botter, I never yelled at you.
He yelled at what you did. He yelled at what you did. How you've affected his life, Botter.
And trust me, you haven't heard me yell. I've only done that, I think 2 times on YouTube. 2 times where I was just so freaking pissed off. But trust me, I haven't yelled at you tonight, okay? Thank you, Alexander Smith. Thank you.
It's fine, Mark Yates. It's fine. I hope you do stop, Otter.
Most definitely.
I hope you do.
Green Bay Wacky, I understand it takes a while.
It's going to take a long time for what's been done.
A long time. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Hello, Alexander Smith, by the way. I apologize to so many people in this chat. Anyone that comes to Cab7 or Green Bay Wacky knows we usually talk to the chat a lot. This is kind of a different focus tonight, so I do apologize for not, talking to people as much.
Thank you, Gina Lawler. I appreciate that. Thank you.
This is, in a sense, a closure stream. Only a closure based on the information we have in front of us tonight.
Yeah.
As of tonight, the information is the Swatter's going to stop. The Swatter understands they're going to get blocked under those channel names.
Botter says to Nina 2005, I'm not that unintelligent. Nigel Phillips says no apology needed. Tony Rafter says for everyone down, 3 more behind them, it seems shows up. I don't know what that is. Botter says, Tammy's passion. No, I will tell you, I am over 25. Wow.
Well, Botter claimed to be 29 originally
Yeah.
on a different stream.
Yeah, I know.
I just typed to Botter, but Botter, you have to understand, there's a lot of people are going to call you a lot of names. They're really pissed at you.
And they have every right to
They
be.
have every right to be. These people have stood behind us while we've been going through this torture that you've put on this community. Actually, I think the chat's being pretty generously nice to you, Botter.
Okay, let me talk about this again. JCT, what will happen to the reward money? Listen, Botter is going to be caught eventually, okay? To all of you out there that are helping us out to figure out who this person is. Thank you for everything that you've helped us out with thus far. Our FBI cases will not be closed until the Swatter is caught, okay? The reward money is going to eventually go to someone, whether it be a single person or several people. If you can bring the Swatter to be arrested and also charged and convicted of the crime, that reward money will be split up to whoever can bring proof of that. You have to have proof. If you do not want to be a part of this anymore and you want your portion of donation of the reward money back, I will give it back in a heartbeat. I have no problem. I've only had to do that with one person, give their money back, and it was $70, 70. And you don't have to ask why, or I will not ask you why. I will just, give it back to you. All I need to know is your channel name, what day that you donated that. Give me as much information as you can. It makes it easier for me to look for the proof that you did donate. All right. But the woman that asked for the money back wanted it for her daughter for school, and I get it. I totally get it. I will not. I'll not be angry with no one. It's your money to begin with, and if you want it back, you'll get it back. Sunflower smiles, everyone. Thank you, Tony Raptor. I appreciate that.
I want to believe this is over. I do, but
Dave, I pray to God that it is, man.
I hope Botter's being genuine and we never hear or see from these channels again. If they're in the community under different names, there's nothing we can do about that, but I guess ignorance is bliss. Well, I mean, I don't know how else to say it. Megan's blog, I don't want any money back. Put it wherever you see fit. Well, that's because Ben's transparent.
Thank you, PJ. I appreciate that. I donated to your PayPal on New Year's Eve 2019. Thank you, Phil, and I appreciated that. I don't need my money back. Pay it forward, my friend. Thank you, Carla D. Now, the money that I'm speaking of is for all those that donated for the reward money.
Yep.
I've got $1,750 sitting in my account right now. Only one person in our community saw that, and they didn't ask to see it. But I wanted someone to realize that the money is in the account, all right? And a trusted person that I showed it to. Matter of fact, fuck it. I showed it to Dave. I've never showed my bank account to anyone.
I've seen it with my own eyes.
So, trust me, the money's in there, okay?
And Ben has seen things of mine as well because that's how much we love each other. We're brothers, man.
That's right. So
the reason the reward money is higher, just so people know,
Carolyn, to be free, that's not true. Now this, that's getting me pissed off. Now I did correct someone here a few nights back, and it was from Botter just said his name. It starts with the B. Shit. He's also trying to turn in the Swatter. The old guy with the white beard.
That's Bobby McNutt.
Or Bobby McNutt. Now, I happened to be lurking his live stream, and he said $5,000.
It's not true.
So it was, as soon as he said $5,000, I entered that live stream, and I corrected him. All right? I corrected him. Now, there's also $1,000 that I am not privy to that Green Bay Wacky said there's two anonymous people in our community that are
Tru-
both going to donate $500 apiece. I have no idea who they are. That brings the total up to $2,750.
Yeah, they're trustworthy channels. They're trustworthy.
That's $2,750 is what we've got right now. No one else has donated to it recently. But I want people to, heck no, let's see. Okay, $4,000. Heck no, I'm here in this community every day. I don't know where you heard that exactly. No, it's the total amount is $2,750. And it's been that way for a while now. Mark Yates, thank you all. I'm sorry for all what you're going through. Thank you, Mark. Thank
Well,
you.
we hope it's over, Mark Yates. We want to believe in the best in people, but we had to set the record straight because people are so confused this weekend. They're sending us messages like, how can you have these channels in your chat? The first couple days, I'll admit, we didn't know how to react, what to do, and then we had to think it through and talk about it, and that's why we're live at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Swatter, what happened on November 27th, 2019? Give a good description of what happened in your chat. How can I do that, Botter? I'm on a live stream right now. I mean, trying to look something up. Why don't you remind me? And I'd be happy to try to refresh my memory. November 17th or 27th? I have no idea.
Carolyn, to be free, I met your channel through Hazel Reptiles Fan. I've known of your channel for quite some time now. I don't know if you realize that or not. Jenny Marcel said, I'm here for you guys, Cab7 Green Bay Wacky. We're all here for you. Thank you. Thank you, Jenny. SYM Radio says, well, it's getting late, Cab7 Green Bay Wacky. I'll be praying for you both for peace and resolution and Botter, that you come to terms with yourself and turn yourself in. That's exactly right. Have a good night there, my friend.
I don't know what Botter's talking about. I don't have time on a live stream to look that up, Botter.
I have no idea what's significant about that particular day.
It's a live stream.
Yeah, but there has to be something that is particular about it that's important, because I have no idea. It was when you first got swatted, Dave. Do you remember that, Dave?
I remember the live stream, yes. What?
He said that's when you first got swatted.
Well, that's a public record, though. I mean, that's the live stream's still up. What's the point? I don't know where Botter's going with this.
I don't know. Don't know.
I don't know where he's going with this. Okay.
Marika Pedro, so good to have you here, girl. Hope that you're having a fine day.
I'm sorry that I haven't actually filed away the dates in my mind. I know everything that's happened to me. It's all up here.
Rich Bedford said, Botter, stop playing games.
Beth Plant, anyone can know that since it's public. Yeah, I know. I just don't know where Botter's going with this. Use it as a purpose for where are you going? Where's, Inspector Pugs cost me $700 to get my door fixed. He must have had the door broken down.
And it sounds that way. Doors are not cheap. They are not cheap. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, it's nothing compared to the mind.
Well, that's right. That's right.
So we've established what Botter's trying to say. That was the first day he got swatted. Okay. And the point being is what? I don't know where it's going. I hope we're experiencing closure here, Ben. I really do.
And I pray for that. I do.
I hope you're genuine, Botter, and I hope if you're involved with friends that they're genuine as well.
You know, I'm tired of being stressed out, wondering if I'm going to have the police calling my damn during my damn streams. And
But
it
we both
just,
decided also, at least I have, I'm still live streaming. It's not letting me put it because of your blocked words. Well, I do have a lot of blocked words, Botter. What are you trying to say?
can you say it some other way?
Say it some other way, what you're trying to say. We're pretty good at deciphering things. What's your point? I don't know what's getting at here. Janet Gibson, hey Green Bay and Cab, much love and hugs.
Love and hugs to you right back there, Janet Gibson. Thank you for being here.
You were being doxxed. Yeah, okay. I've been doxxed. I've been swatted. What's this all leading up to, Botter? It's old news. I mean, we know this.
We were in bed sleeping, the doorbell was dead. I guess so they broke a brand new door down. Wow.
Yeah, Alex, I remember it. But what's this all leading to?
See what Brian Westbrook said?
Oh, the evidence is out there, Brian Westbrook. I don't know what Botter's getting at here. Usually as a conclusion, you're leading to something.
Yeah, we're both lost on this one.
Yeah, we're lost. Why don't you speak plainly? What are you trying to say?
Yes, but you were the one who put that information on the Community Advertising Incorporated Better Business Bureau profile. That's how I got your info.
Oh, I know that. I know how you found me, Botter. I already figured that out.
Yeah, Dave shared that with several of us.
I knew that. But I'll say this, Botter. You're the one that decided to make 50 calls to the police. You're the one that threatened my wife, my family, my daughters. That was on you.
And the thing is, you can't take it back.
You can't take that back, Botter. You didn't have to act on that. You didn't have to act on that. I already know how you found me. That doesn't matter. I hope you turn over a new leaf, Botter.
We both do.
Yeah, I mean, at least you explained your point because I didn't know you were going with that. I hope that you move forward from here forward and never do this again. I really do. I hope that resonates with you. I hope that's what you experience.
But you'll never really truly be able to move forward until you turn yourself in. Then you can truly move forward because you'd be saying, you know what, FBI, I admit to myself and I admit to you right here that you're the criminal, okay? You'd be speaking for yourself. That's the only way you're going to ever be able to move forward because this will sit on your conscience until the day you do finally fess up and tell the world that you are the swatter.
That is true. I get it, Botter. You're probably not going to do that. That's what everyone wants you to do. I can't tell you what to do. It's between you and God. Cab is right, though. You'll remember this the rest of your life. It'll be a cloud over your head that you know you did it. I know Botter's not really that apologetic, David Smock, but you know what? Our hands are tied. Our hands are tied.
If you realize, all of you out there, how frustrating, incredibly frustrating it is for Dave and me to sit here and let this happen. You know, there's nothing we can do. We've done everything that we could possibly do, right? Our sheriff's departments know, our state police know, FBI knows, and all the people in the community, unless they've been living under a rock, everyone knows about it. And we've tried to do whatever we possibly could. All right. So, but we don't know who this person is exactly. We've got some feelings. We know who it could be, but it's just assumptions, right? So it's incredibly frustrating that has all happened to us over this 4 months. Father says, Green Bay Wacky, these fools are pretending to be different flavors of milk. They are being idiotic.
Welcome to the world of trolls, Botter. But the other thing, Botter, is you're always going to have to look over your shoulder. Because these investigations are out there, you're always going to be looking over your shoulder. You're always going to be. I would encourage you to turn yourself in and fess up to it. You never know.
You know.
I suppose technically the reward money could go to the Swatter themselves to help pay for a legal defense.
I suppose it would, wouldn't it? I suppose it would.
I just thought of that. If someone proved themselves to be the Swatter to the authorities.
You know, I've got a friend out there that has worked diligently on this thing. That's Uber Goober. And Uber Goober, if you happen to be lurking this live stream, thank you for everything that you've done. She has worked hours and hours watching live streams of people who we think it could possibly be. And trust me, she's come up with a lot of information, and I appreciate everything that she's done. For all those other people that have sent me tons and tons of screen captures, thank you, and all the emails and suggestions. I appreciate it. My computer is overloaded with all this stuff. I've got pages and pages and pages of information. Thank you all for helping us out. I appreciate it. Bill, 56 Bel Cab7, I really feel sorry for these people because they will have to spend the rest of their lives looking over their shoulders. Yeah, you're exactly right. Father, I mean, I would be able to hear the FBI bust down my door, but whatever.
That's on you, Botter. That's out of my hands. The conclusion I'm getting from this live stream tonight, Monday morning, is that you've said you're going away from Cab7 and Green Bay Wacky under those channel names, and you're not going to call the cops anymore or anyone in the community. You're saying you're done swatting people.
Right.
And that's all I can do is I can only base what I'm saying on what you're saying. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Botter has said to the chat they're going to go away. They're not going to SWAT people anymore. And they're not coming to the Green Bay Wacky or the Cab7 channels under those names. So that's the takeaway I get.
3:18. That's an hour before East Coast time. So that would be like, what states are in there?
It could be anywhere. But it's the same time, Indiana. I think it would probably be the same time.
Now, Botter, didn't you say that you're from Idaho? Didn't you say that you live in Idaho? Or in New Jersey? Idaho or New Jersey? Or is it Ohio? One of those three states. Idaho, New Jersey, Ohio. Central time zone. Yep, that's correct.
I really don't
No,
know.
I'm not from any of those states. I will tell you, I am in the Central time zone. Okay. All right.
Well,
that can mean a number of things. I'm in the Central time zone because I'm driving through, you know. That can mean a number of things. That doesn't help.
I don't know what else to say. I really don't.
No, I can't really think of much else.
I mean, for now.
But if you keep to your word there, Botter, and that you're not going to call the cops on us anymore. If you're not going to call the cops on us anymore, I appreciate that. Dave appreciates that. That's for damn sure.
I would appreciate it.
It will allow us to be able to do our streams the way we used to, right? Without having to worry that, the cops were going to be called. So I hope that you keep your word. I really do.
But Botter, I have a question for you. What are you going to do when this live stream's over and we have to block those other channels and you're not getting any recognition anymore? Are you still going to be able to keep your end of the bargain?
Well, that's a good question, Dave. Good question.
Because you'll have to go into chats under a different name. Can't say I'm the Swatter.
That's right.
Are you done eating the, I'm just curious. He claims he's not going to M as a gem. By the way, M as a gem, thank you. You and J-Mac, thanks for checking in.
And thank you for all the help to J-Mac and M as a gem. Thank you for helping me out. You have done an incredible amount of work. Thank you.
Atuka Man Hoctor 55 has been typing for a while. Hello. Tori G is here. JCT is here. I'm done. I don't care about attention, fame, or recognition, okay?
All right.
All right. You have a good night, and I hope it's over, Inspector Pug says. I do, too. All we ever want to do is entertain people.
Take care, Inspector Pugs. You have a good Monday. Or is today Sunday? It's Monday, right?
Allegedly. What does Botter mean by allegedly?
I don't know. Brian Westbrook is saying to Botter, that's obviously all you care about.
I don't think so, Brian. I've never actually thought that, believe it or not. Cab will vouch for that. I've had my own theories.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking to Strawberry Milk. Okay.
PJ, you have yourself a good Monday, okay? God bless you, my friend.
Yep, Nina 2005, Life of Jory Cox.
Thank you, Nina.
Yep, I see that, Megan. Thank you. I just don't know where else to go with this, Ben.
I don't either, Dave. It's stuff like this, it wears me down,
I know.
It really does. It wears me down. So much wasted time that I could have been doing live streams and that you could have been doing live streams. So much wasted time. People that we could have simply helped out, lifted up. It's just so sad.
Botter also says, me neither. I've said all I have.
Right.
So, just to recap this live stream one last time, the reason we came here was not to rehash the swatting. The new development was the alleged swatter, and I say alleged because we still don't have proof other than we have not received police calls.
That's right.
That's the only proof. It seems credible because of that, because of how many they did. But that happened Friday night after I received a police call, which, and so they said they're going to stop all the swatting.
This should be the last stream mentioning the swatting, hopefully.
Well, remember, Botter, I can't control the community. I can't control it. They may bring it up. It may come up.
That's right.
I have no control. I can control my channel.
Yeah.
I can't even control Ben's channel. It's his channel.
Dave and me are on the same page.
We want to move on.
We do, yeah. Just know that your channels, all three of them, are going to be blocked that we're aware of. But, you can come in under, an anonymous name. Just don't talk about it. Don't say who you are. That's all I ask.
That's all I ask, too. If you come in under an anonymous name, just don't talk about it. That's all we ask. No alluding to you're the person that's done it.
Right.
I don't know what else to say. I'm not, and I just want to make it clear to the chat, I'm not endorsing this behavior by saying that. I'm not forgetting. I'm simply saying I don't know what else to do. My hands are tied. What else can we do as human beings?
Yeah, we're just kind of repeating ourselves over and over again.
Pretty much. Botter says, okay.
Botter, I will go this far by saying thank you for coming in and talking with us. Thank you. You didn't have to, but you did. And so I will thank you for at least doing that. Thank you. Well, Dave,
Is there anything else in this chat that anyone wants to know? Have we made our point that we're not endorsing this behavior, that we're still affected, that we're still, for what's happened to everyone else out there, all the other channels in our community? Did we drive our point home again, at least, that we're not acceptant of this behavior? We're just choosing to move forward based on what Botter's telling us. Let this be the end, Megan's blog says.
well,
All right, I'm just reading the chat. No more of the bullshit, Megan's blog.
yeah.
And funny thing is, when it comes to trolls and things like that, that never bothered me, blocking trolls, all that kind of stuff. That's been an ongoing thing. It's when it crossed over into the personal world. So
That's right.
that's when it became
my
a problem.
friend out there, longtime friend, right side of Floyd. You get some sleep, brother, and thank you for being here. God bless you.
I'm hoping this is a conclusion.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Jana Gibson, my email is on my About page. It's greenbaywacky@yahoo.com, real original. It's on my About page. So is Cab7's. Cab7's.
Mine isn't Green Bay Wacky.
No. Right.
We don't use the same email.
Yeah, right. His email's on his About page. Mine's on mine.
Eli Family 1983, how you doing? Good morning. How many times have you asked Emma Zajan? Says Botter. I am Wrath. Hey, thank you for being here. All right, thank you for being here. I am Wrath.
It's a legitimate question. Em wanted to know if the Swatter was working alone. But again, I wouldn't expect, you have been involved in criminal activities, Botter, so I wouldn't expect the answers to really come out. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions? Anything from anyone? You've witnessed the live stream. It's supposed to be a conclusion. We're praying that it is. Botter says, yes, I'm going to leave the community alone. What do you say? We end the live stream, Ben?
End it the way you do, Dave.
I don't have an ending. You end.
I can say the same thing that you do. I can leave the panel so you can do your ending.
I don't end mine that way, though. I end them with people on the panel.
Okay.
So, what I'm just going to say is thank you, everyone, for coming. We had to get this resolved this weekend. It was shocking information for us. We didn't know how to handle it. We were getting a lot of messages. People were confused. People, and then we started seeing Botterman all over DLive and YouTube, and we just decided we have to block those channels. But again, we're only speaking for our channels. We can't tell you what to do with these other channels. We can't.
Thank you, I am Wrath. I appreciate that.
And I
believe you. Thank you.
Well, Botter, yes, there's a lot of pissed off people. My goodness, you've terrorized so many.
JCT, much love. Thank you, my friend.
And, I mean, Botter, if you were to talk privately, what you've done is horrible. Now, what you've done here this weekend, it's a good thing.
It's a glimmer of hope.
It's a glimmer of hope.
Yeah.
But you still got to look over your shoulder.
Brother Bill, thank you, my friend. God bless you.
Botter, I'm still going to encourage you to turn yourself in at some point. Now, I know that's probably not realistic, that you're not going to do that.
Beauty. Much love. And Edwin Sherman, good night, my friend.
Yep. Marika Pedro. Beautiful friend, Mariko.
Lou Rock. Oh my words.
Wow. Right at the end.
What does he have to? What's his question?
Wants to know when you're going to pay me my $67,000. It's that running joke. Nerd of the North. One final recap. This is a conclusion live stream to new information that came this weekend. This is not rehashing what's happened up to this point. It's because the Swatter said they're going away for good. And we're going to block their channels. They know that. If we ever see them again, we won't know it's them. They'll have new channels. We'll never know.
Thinking of others, thank you so much. I could use all the prayers, and Dave could use all the prayers we can get. Thank you so much.
And remember, I do live stream on DLive. If our live streams are back up and running without the bumps in the road, follow me over on DLive. And we have a lot of fun over there.
North Nottingham, thank you for being here and showing love and support. Thank you, my friend.
I don't know where else to go with this. I guess that's it. I'll never be able to say goodbye to everyone in the chat. Let's pray this is the end, that we've witnessed the conclusion for real.
That's right.
It's possible we're getting played. I'll be the first to admit it.
Yep, you're right.
It is possible. All we can do is say, based on the information we've been given. And
Sure.
All right.
Oh, by the way, let me go ahead, because I don't know everyone in here.
Yes.
Not everyone. But for those that may be interested, hey, I've got a channel here on YouTube, and it's called Cab7. It's as simple as that, CAB and 7. I think the seamstress and the other moderators have been putting out my channel. So for the moderators, for doing everything that you've done tonight to keep this place safe.
Yes.
Thank you so very much.
We originally thought we were only going to be on for an hour. Remember that, Ben? You even said...
Yeah, but we didn't expect the botter to come in. So we allowed time for the botter to explain themselves and what was on their heart. And I think that was only fair that we would do that.
I'm easy to find, Bill. It's just Green Bay Wacky. Oh, yeah. You know what, Ben? Jeepers. Alex.
What? Oh, the vets.
You know what, guys? I don't have my stuff in front of me. I'm on a different setup with a Zoom tonight. You know what? I'll simply say this. Thank you, Alex. You know, we were so... Well, Botter, just remember, people are going to call you names because they're mad. You have to understand that.
That's right. That's right.
Hold on. I'm just going to type that. Yes, I always shout out the veterans, lift them up. Cab7 is a veteran. Fireman CV. So many people in our community. Boomer D. Mel Godoy. Bill 56 Bel Air. We love you both. Thank you, Sleeping Beauty. We love you both, Cab7 and Green Bay Wacky.
Thank you.
But I always do a thing with the flag and support our veterans and our first responders. Everyone knows that. And I guess tonight it did slip my mind. Thank you, brother Alex. I love Alex Radford, by the way. I think he could be maybe like another son that maybe I didn't know about. I don't know.
I don't know if I'd want him as a son. He's too wild child for me.
I don't know.
All right, Botter. You have a good night. Thank you for opening up and sharing. Thank you. I appreciate that.
And don't go off the rails, like I said, when we block those channels. We have to. We can't have that put in our face.
All right.
Big shout out to first responders and veterans. Everyone in the chat. That's all we can say. That's hopefully a conclusion. Anything else you want to say, Ben?
Yeah, I'll share what I usually share over at my live stream.
Yep.
All right. Be kind to one another, and always pass the peace forward, because remember, that person that you pass the peace forward to, it needs it just as much as you do, and our world needs a whole bunch of that.
Oh, Donna Hill, thanks for that super chat. Thank you, Botter, for choosing the right path in the end.
Oh.
And you know what? We do support that, but we're not turning a blind eye to what's happened. And that was suggested by lots of people, lots of messages we got that said, how can you allow these people in your streams? And we're not. Those channels can't come in anymore, ever again.
Hey, Alex, love you, man. All right, love you.
Goodbye, my friends. Thank you, everyone. Let's hope that we witnessed the end of. Let's hope this is good. Actually,
Let's hope so. You're going to have to somehow. Well, okay, never mind. Never mind.
what do I need to do?
I'll tell you later. I'll tell you.
Oh,
Later.
you'll tell me. Okay. Have a good night, and hopefully the next live streams you see will be the normal ones, full of music, fun, comedy. We'll have a good time.
That's right.
And I just want to keep encouraging Botter to stay on the right path. Stay on the right path. Stay on the right path. Stay on the right path.
And to the genuine supporters out there of both our channels, the ones that always have our back, the ones that always stand beside us, thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm looking at a lot of them that never left our side. So
That's right. That's right.
thank you for that. Thank you for that. Oh, sure. Now Bill's awake. Okay, that's it, guys. See you on the next live stream that hopefully will not be anything to do with this. Follow me on DLive. By the way, you can follow me on DLive, Megan's blog, Cab7. We're all over there. Follow us all. All right, we're going to go.
All right, Dave. Sounds good to me.
Glenn, by the way, Zara, and Glenn, I hope you're doing better, by the way. I hope you're doing better, Glenn, North Nottingham. He had some foot surgery. And I hope, yep, he did. Glenn, I told Zara earlier on a different stream to send you my love. So that's a good guy out there, North Nottingham, by the way.
Sure, he's got a wicked sense of humor, too.
He does. He does. And, yeah, okay, so this is concluding.
All right, good night, everyone.
All right.